Guys, I just hear this take on the show. They have to play good and pitch well and play good defense, and they're going to win.
Yeah, and win games
Air Marshal.
And win games 3-2 and 4-1 and 3-0. That's they're not going to win slugfest games.
Guys, I think this is how the Cardinals are going to have to win games. They're going to have to score more than the team they play. Thanks. That's from the Huntley Hamburglar.
Well, I gave my breakdown on how they won 3 of those games.
Yeah.
With Dakota Hudson and Wainwright giving up like 4 hits total.
That's how you do it.
Yeah. They're not known for their pitching.
The Cardinals aren't?
Well, they haven't been.
No.
Michaelis, he got rocked the other day.
They're known for their frugal spending.
They are not. They are not. They're like one of the top 6 or 7 payrolls in baseball in one of the smaller markets.
Got to win with defense.
You want them to outspend the Yankees and Dodgers? It's not going to happen.
No, it's all about smart payroll.
Dakota Hudson's now under 3 ERA.
We still pay him, Mike Leake.
Cut. I'll leave it at the 4.
But there was a time when I interviewed him, and he was in town for something, and he said, "You ever thought about a breath mint? You smell like smoke." So that's something you don't say to a guy.
Oh.
And then another time I was calling out at a tournament.
Tom Watson said that to you.
Yeah. There was another time that...
Does a sphincter pucker when a legend like that tells you to get a breath mint?
Yeah, you smell like smoke. I was like, well, this interview's off to a great start. Gap tooth.
Oh, you did not call him gap tooth.
Wow.
You didn't say that.
No, I just took it and said, I'm sorry. Sorry, I just had a cigarette outside. Sorry.
Text me and I'll talk dirty to you.
And another time they were having a tournament out in Tahoe, and I had the hotel where all the players are staying.
Yeah, you had the hotel.
I knew where the hotel was and where they were all staying, so I called. I was getting all kinds of people on to, it was our anniversary of Fairways and Greens.
Well, sure it was.
Maybe 10-year anniversary, I don't know.
About 10 years.
And I said, Jay, I'm just going to call the hotel and see if I can get some of these players just to wish us congratulations on a 10-year anniversary to Fairways and Greens.
Nice going.
And most of them did. 10, 12, 13 did.
Sure.
Got to Watson.
Oh, what are you?
I can't believe you're bothering me. I don't do things like that. I said, okay, all you got to do is say I don't have time for you. You don't have to scold me. But to call me and ask me to give you a congratulations? I said, well, I'm pretty sure you know who Jay Randolph Sr. is. This is Jay's kid who's doing the show. Just don't bother me ever again. How'd you get this number? I said, well, it's a hotel number. It's not hard to find, buddy.
Oh, you call him buddy.
So that was 2 times that I had a run-in with him, and I just kind of said, okay, well, I'm done with that guy.
Cut. 5.
I enjoy astronomy.
What's your favorite galaxy, bro?
Probably the Milky Way.
Can you name any others?
Yeah.
His isn't one, too.
Honestly, I couldn't.
Big Dipper, Little Dipper.
But those
aren't galaxies.
Those aren't galaxies.
They're star clusters.
But they're not galaxies.
They could be.
They could be.
Iggy, keep going so we can play this as a replay 10 more times.
I'm a fan. That doesn't mean I know everything about it.
Well, you must know something about it to be a fan.
Intellectual
I gave you one.
things are just my jam.
I gave you the Milky Way.
Yeah, that's our galaxy, though, right?
Yeah.
Aren't we part of the Milky Way?
Correct.
Well, it's still a galaxy.
Yeah.
You asked me for one, I gave you one.
Okay, give me your top 3.
No, there is no top 3.
You're a one galaxy dude.
Alpha Centauri.
That's a star.
I know it is. It's a big star, though.
I'm looking at...
We're just naming things in space.
Well, it's astronomy.
And those were the cuts of the week.
Nothing says barbecue like Naven's Barbecue. Whether it's lunch, dinner, or a family gathering, Naven's Barbecue has an extensive menu for any palate. From slow-smoked Texas-style brisket to award-winning smoked chicken wings. All Naven's Barbecue is wood-smoked, and all their meat is from local and regional farmers. Follow them on Instagram and Facebook for daily specials and holiday meal packages. Stop by their location at the intersection of Grand and Arsenal in South City today for the best barbecue in the STL. Online at navensbbq.com. That's NAVINSBBQ.com.
Doug Vaughn here alongside the home loan expert, Ryan Kelly. Ryan, rates are high. Is it still a good time to do a cash-out refi?
Absolutely. Mortgage rates have definitely gone up a little bit over the last year, but so is your equity. Think about what those houses are selling for in your neighborhood right now. Maybe they're selling for $400,000. What do you owe on your current loan? $300,000? That means you have $100,000 in equity. And with a simple cash-out refinance, we can replace your current loan with a new one and pull that equity out and give it to you at closing. In fact, our average client received over $54,000 at closing. Would that change your life a little bit? Probably. Would you have to continue to worry about when you're going to get paid next and what bills are going to get paid and the credit cards and the interest and all that? probably get rid of all that stuff and put you on the path to financial freedom. That's why a cash-out refinance is one of our favorite loans and our most popular loans right now. Thinking about getting a little cash to pay off some debt? Think no more. Visit thehomeloanexpert.com.
This is Tim McKernan here to tell you about Sound Story. Holidays are quickly approaching, and if you are looking for the perfect gift to give, you can find it at mysoundstory.com. And this week, Sound Story gift cards are 20% off when you enter promo code GIFT at mysoundstory.com. With Sound Story, you have the choice of Doug Vaughn, Action Jackson, or myself to interview your mother or your father or your grandmother or your grandfather or yourself to record life stories and wisdom for all of your family. It's the kind of gift that you'll never regret giving. It's the rare gift that everyone will love, not just this year, but for years to come. Just go to mysoundstory.com to receive this holiday special discount of 20% off the cost of a Sound Story gift certificate by entering promo code GIFT. And you will be giving your family the gift of keeping your family's story saved forever. It's Sound Story. Promo code GIFT for 20% off this week at mysoundstory.com.
Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPNT-FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day.
It's the official automotive dealership of the Ryan Kelly Morning After. We got Ken Iggy Strode, Douglas Elvin Vaughn. The Plowhawk is on the ones and twos. I'm Action Jackson. Tim is out today. He's got a root canal scheduled for later today.
I would assume, since he's going to the dentist, he would have scheduled that for 2:30.
Oh, man.
What time you go to the dentist? 2:30.
The Mills
That really is a dad. It really is a dad joke, isn't it?
Oh, wow, I'm on fire today.
If you like that, we got plenty more of that coming up.
All right.
He'll be fine. I would guess he'll be back tomorrow. I've had one root canal, and I kind of went back to work that afternoon, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I've had 3. They're not near as horrible as they used to be.
I feel like that's
from what I've heard.
With most dental procedures.
Yeah,
nowadays.
everything. The dentist really doesn't hurt much anymore.
No.
Oh, you want to give me a detailed explanation of what it is? No, I'm good.
What, a root canal
Yeah,
is?
just do it. Yeah, I've had
for
one.
real.
But, like, they want to go into detail and give you, like, the charts. Okay, we're just going to take this drill and just go straight down.
Into the nerve.
It's like, dude, that's fine. You're a professional. I understand you've done these before.
Yeah.
Just do it. I don't need the explanation. I don't need graphs, charts,
I think that's part of the
pictures,
deal now.
None of that.
Every dentist will tell you exactly what they're going to do. Before at least every dentist I've had now, over the last 10 years or so. They'll tell you exactly what they're going to do before they do it.
I don't want to hear any of that. Like, just do it and don't tell me.
I had a celebrity oral surgeon. I had Joel Meyer's brother do mine.
Why was he a celebrity?
Well, Joel Meyer's is a celebrity, so.
But this wasn't Joel Myers.
No, his brother.
That doesn't make him a celebrity.
Well, celebrity family.
Who's Joel Myers?
Long-time
broadcaster.
Okay.
He filled in. He was the replacement for Jack Buck. For like 1 year.
He's currently the
Lakers announcer.
No, New Orleans Pelicans.
Oh,
Bring home our Pelicans.
He was with the Lakers for a while. He was a Cardinal PA announcer before John Hewlett. Had a big, huge, booming voice.
Joel Myers. And so his brother did your...
Root canal, yeah.
Celebrity root canalist.
Celebrity root canal.
Wow. Top secret.
I don't care if my root canalist is a celebrity. I just wanted to be a good dentist.
Yeah, competent is more what I'm looking for.
I don't care if there's paparazzi waiting for him when he gets done.
He was good at it. It was done in like 15 minutes. He looks just like Joel.
Does he?
Yeah.
I have no
So
idea
there's
who
my-
this person is.
I think he's Horton Watkins, too.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, one of the many famous alumni.
Who are some of the others?
I don't think there's Jack Fox, my guy, who's the current punter for the Detroit Lions.
Andy Russell was a great linebacker on the Steelers.
Russell. Yeah.
Super Bowl
Jay
team.
Randolph.
The great Jay Randolph. Yeah.
There's probably some more that we don't know about.
I don't know.
Jackson.
Me. Yeah, of course, me. Soon, like I said, after yesterday's developments, they might name will do Horton Watkins High School after me.
I'm surprised I didn't.
Jackson wing.
I'm really surprised I didn't know more people from Ladue. Because I hung out with all Clayton High School people.
Yeah, right down the road.
Yeah, so I should have known a lot of Ladue people, but I really didn't.
Well, in high school, you don't really socialize with other high school kids. Usually.
I did.
Some of the Catholic kids do because of boys,
mixers.
girls' schools are separate. But
I mean, I had my Brentwood High School friends, but I had a lot of friends from Clayton High School. I was dating a girl from Clayton High School. So I had a lot of friends over there.
You had a gal in every school, probably.
The first
Dana Ash. There's a name I don't think I've brought up before. Dana Ash.
Well, people were Facebook.
Got in trouble because I was having sex with her under her pool table, and her dad came home.
Well,
She went
Under
to
the pool table.
She went to Clayton.
Yeah.
A Greyhound.
Why in the world would you go
A lot
under
of money
the pool
having
table?
Pool table.
We were a little tipsy, and there was a party, and everybody left and went upstairs, and we just had sex under the pool table. And her dad came home and started screaming.
I'm sure she appreciates you saying that, her name, and then what she did at that point.
Doug, she
I
woke
believe
up.
somebody-
It's a Tuesday morning.
Probably just
Every
dro-
other.
I was
She
trying
drove
to.
off the side of the road.
I was trying to find
Look
her.
at outside, by the way. I'm sorry, but like you can barely
Dense
see it
fog.
out there.
It's like London.
Expect Jack the Ripper. I was trying to find her a few years ago, and I think somebody from Clayton told me she passed away.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's right.
I feel more bad or less bad. I don't know, but
No, my life's an open book.
Now I have a
But
question.
not hers, isn't.
Now I have a question, Iggy. You have said before that you were pretty prude in high school. Was this the first time that you had sex?
No, I lost my virginity at spring break.
Gotcha.
This was out after high school.
This was after. Okay.
I mean,
this
she
with
went
the
to Clayton
Minnesota
and we dated,
Vikings
but this was
cheerleader.
after we graduated.
Gotcha. Okay. Because you didn't have sex in high school.
No, I was spring break, my first time going to spring break, my freshman year at Merrimack.
And I think that's what makes the 500 number even more impressive.
Because it was jammed into a very short
It's
period
basically
of time.
like a Hall of Fame baseball player that didn't hit his stride to like 28.
Right.
It's like, wow, those
Got
numbers
on
and
the
that
juice.
span.
Yeah,
But I don't
and
know.
Broke some records.
Back in my day, and Duncan can speak to this because we're about the same age. Back in my day, there weren't a lot of people having sex in high school. You know, you weren't having sex when you were 15, 16 years old. Back in that day.
Man,
Yeah.
We weren't as promiscuous.
Sure.
I get that.
Yeah.
I mean, we made out in the closet and things like that, but I mean,
Well, everything was more conservative back then than it is now.
it took me like a year dating Connie Lassiter before I made out with her. I was afraid.
Wow.
I wouldn't. I was a mama's boy. My mom would always say, "You don't go in people's houses if their parents aren't home." So when I was dating Sherry Steiniger,
Big names.
we were. Well, Shelley was Shelley was in my class, and
We're
Shelley
getting
was.
a little history
I
lesson.
thought it was
today.
Sherry.
Yeah, that was her sister.
Oh, okay.
Her sister Shelley was in my class. Sherry was a year below me, and I was dating her. And Shelley was telling us at school a couple days before that she had got a hole in her waterbed and was leaking. So we were sitting outside. Me and Sherry were sitting outside on the steps, and I just brought up and said, "Oh, Shelley, get her waterbed fixed." Yeah, it's done. Want to go look at it? No, we're fine. Because my mom had always said, "Don't go in anybody's house." So it starts raining. We're sitting on the steps outside, and she goes, "Let's go inside." I said, "Is your mom home?" "No, I can't go in."
Oh, wow.
She dumped me right then. She goes, I can't do this anymore." So I said, okay.
She threw you out at that?
No, she just broke up with me. Then I said, "No, can I take your garbage cans out?" I remember that. I took her garbage cans and put them on the curb before I left.
You were simping.
You were.
I was, but I was
You were
I was shy back then.
Oh. Dana
So I just-
Ash sounds like a Kevin Miller email name. That's from Scott's Wrinkled
Oh,
Pulse.
God, she was so good looking. Blonde hair, just beautiful.
We have heard this story before. That's from Conclusion, the stripper.
Have you? I don't remember telling that one
I don't
before.
remember.
I don't remember.
My boy is dropping all the names today, huh? That's from Manchild79. Text on in. The Engineered Design Facilities text inbox. 314-881-TMA5. You can call in on the Steve Schmidt Kia of North County phone line, 636-904-TMA. We are broadcasting live from the Michelob Ultra Studios. And, Doug, we got another great email of the day prize today.
It can't be as good as yesterday's. Is it pretty strong?
Oh, it's so strong.
What is it?
Today's prize is the bobblehead pack. It's a 5-game pack. You get 5 pairs of tickets. It features 5 weekend games, including the Yankees on Saturday, and allows fans to add 5 more bobbleheads to their collection, including Nolan Arenado, Roger Maris, and many, many more.
Man, the Maris one would be a nice little mantelpiece.
That's what you get for the Design Air Heating Cooling email today. JV Golf
Love
Coach
that.
won yesterday. He has 2 wins on the month, and Buck Swope has 1. Can someone else come and claim these tickets? I mean, send in your emails. Now, remember, I will be reading the emails today as Tim is out. So, proper spacing, proper grammar would be great
nice, yeah.
because I am not as good as a reader as Tim, Brian Hoffman, or some others. But I think we could still have a strong email today. I mean, look at that prize. 5 2-packs of tickets.
With bobbleheads.
Bobbleheads.
People love those bobbleheads.
Iggy, you love a bobblehead.
Well, the caveat to that giveaway is that you get 5 bobbleheads, I get the other 5 for Gobble Bowl.
What? No.
When you get 2 pair of tickets, you're going to get 10 bobbleheads, actually.
No, this is for the listener.
I know.
They don't have to give up the prize.
So they're giving up their ticket.
As tribute.
I told you I start Gobble Bowl like the day after, so I'm already starting to collect. So
it's like tipping a blackjack dealer. You win $100, but you tip them $10. So when you win these prizes, you got to tip.
You really have to tip a blackjack dealer?
No, the Roger Maris one will be cool. Anytime you get those old Cardinals that borderline Hall of Fame, but weren't here a long time, but. Yeah, Roger would be cool.
Just a couple years he played here.
5 weekend games. You get Arenado, Roger Maris, more. Cardinal ticket packs are on sale now and start at just $54 for details. Visit cardinals.com/holiday. So much to get to, Doug. The Blues lose.
First of all, you just mentioned Arenado. Did you see where he did not make first team all MLB this year?
Machado?
Yeah.
I don't get that either.
Yeah, that was odd.
He was third in the MVP voting.
Yeah, but who was second?
Maybe the second best hitter in the league.
Who was second in the MVP voting? Machado.
Oh, well, still.
Why wouldn't he be in front of Arenado for third base?
Because Arenado's a better player.
Nice, Doug. You're making a stand.
He's a better player. He's a better defensive player. And he had a better year at the plate.
Yeah.
Didn't he? I think he did.
I would think so.
He won the Silver Slugger for third base.
Yeah, that is odd. And he won the Gold Glove too.
Silver Slugger's just average, correct?
No, I think it's
just the best hitter.
Yeah,
it's the best hitter.
They're not signing
How
anybody.
do you
That's
decide
awesome.
best hitter? There's got to be some stats involved.
Well, you look at
average
power.
OBP.
WAR.
OPS. Yeah, WAR's probably all up in there. Yeah. You're anti-WAR.
I'm anti everything except for RBI's average on base percentage and home runs.
Let's go, Iggy. I'm all with Iggs on this.
What about isolated power, barrel rate?
Barrel rate.
Dude, when you hear that, I completely tune out.
We're making up stuff now to get analytics people jobs.
Yes.
I think.
And I watch
player paid.
When I watch Cardinal highlights.
Look at his barrel rate. He's hitting 180.
Because I don't watch the games because I don't get Bailey's. So I watch Google. I Google it and there'll be the highlights of the game. And after every home run, kind of like how TikTok, it'll go like one bar, then another bar, then another bar. If you put them together, there's like 20 bars or whatever.
You mean like an Instagram story?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
All right, so that's what this is like. It'll show a highlight, and then the next bar will be a graphic, velo, launch angle. Like, oh, come on. You're going to waste 15 seconds of me watching this to show that? Who cares?
But you can skip right past that.
I know.
I like the fact that analytics people think just in the last couple of years they discovered launch angle. Like if you have a slight uppercut, you're more likely to hit the ball in the air.
Have you ever heard about
They just now discovered this. I think Babe Ruth figured that out in about 1918, 1990, something like that.
My favorite part about analytics is putting like a pat on the back to an out. Like, oh, it was an out, but wait, we have stats to show you that that was a good...
Productive.
That was a good out. If that guy wasn't standing in right field, that would have been a double. Like, things like that. Like, yeah, I know, but it's an out. I mean, he hit it right to the guy. I don't care how fast they got to the right fielder. I don't care if it's a silo or it's a straight beamer. It's an out. That's why I hate analytics.
The first time I ever heard anything like that, I think was 98. That was Ozzy's last year, right?
96.
All right, 90. La Russa's first year was 96, right?
I think so.
All right. When La Russa said that Ozzy and Royce Clayton were battling it out for shortstop in spring training for the starting job. And Ozzy, I think that spring hit 303, and I think Royce Clayton hit like 220, and he gave the job to Clayton, and that's where the whole Ozzy-Tony thing started. And Tony explained, yeah, you see his bat speed? See those outs? Hit hard. Got the barrel on the bat. And I said, what? Bat speed, barrel on the bat, hard outs. It's 303 to 220. So that's the first time I heard people comparing hard hit outs and all that stuff.
Well, the one analytic that makes sense that they didn't used to talk about is on base percentage.
That's a huge one.
Because a lot of times you didn't give a guy a lot of credit just for walking, getting on base a lot. That's a nice stat to have.
Absolutely.
But some of the others, even if there were no other analytics, I think the same guys would be playing. You can just look at it and tell if a guy's a good defensive player or not. You don't need to take into account much other than what you're looking at.
Well, Lawrence Newbar hit 230 and 14 home runs, and if you go on any Cardinal fan page or anything like that, he's untouchable. He is untradeable. This is a guy who hit 230. He's not a young prospect. He's 25 or 26. And we just have a lot of Lars Newbars, a lot of average guy, but then you go, oh, wait, dive deep in those analytics. Like, he's hitting 230, and like I don't mind if my catcher's hitting 230, but my outfielder ain't hitting 230, or you're just not going to have a very good team.
One I don't understand. I know it's a pretty big stat, but runs scored. It means you're getting on base a lot, but you got nothing to do with that. If the guy behind you doesn't drive you in, you don't score a run. He had a bad year. He hit 320, but he only scored 40 runs. Yeah. Well, that's not his fault. The guys behind him sucked. So there's really you did nothing to score a run. Somebody else behind you did that.
Yeah, more of a team stat than anything.
And in basketball, another stat that's kind of ambiguous is assists.
Yeah.
The guy on the other end still has to make the shot for you to get your assist.
Hot take, triple-doubles are overrated.
Yeah, I think so now. Russell Westbrook was so good he made him overrated, I think.
Well,
we don't need to talk about that.
It's one thing to make a great Yuri Collins pass that leads to a layup. That's a nice assist. But to just pass it to somebody who hits a 20-foot jumper and you get an assist, that's not that shouldn't be an assist.
Yeah, that's a great take, Doug. However, you need to yell at somebody and take the opposite side.
Oh.
Yeah, we're not doing it right. We need to hate each other.
This discussion will get a certain segment of D-bags on the fan page fired up.
Oh, yeah.
Classy, like Perry Ellis.
I can see why they like Newt Bar, though.
We got a text right here. Everyone's excited for Newt Bar because of his second half. Stop making up arguments, you effing moron. That's from the 618.
He did have a good second half, but the thing
I'm not making up anything. Like I just was literally reading off the exact stats he had. Yeah. So like, this is again. Those should be the stats. Stop telling me I'm trying to paint a narrative. I'm literally painting the exact picture of his entire season.
Yeah.
That's not that's a tradable piece for me.
Plowsy can't let go of the fact that the stat nerds on the Cardinals Nation fan page owned him on Nuke Bar a couple weeks ago. It's hilarious. I'm in the Roth. Did you get into it with some?
Yeah, and some of those stats, it looked like a geometry or like a trigonometry question. Like some of these stats I didn't even understand. Like his velo X times WAR. It's like, dude, I do not care. He hits 230. He's an outfielder. We have a bunch of guys hitting 230 in the outfield.
Yeah.
How is that an untradeable piece? He's not 20 years old. He's 25.
He's lovable because he's got the pepper grinder.
Yeah, the pepper grinder, man. Yeah. The fans are blinded. If you have him with a pepper grinder and a rally squirrel sitting on his shoulder, you're talking about a $200 million contract. And you may be talking about investment stake into the Cardinals in Ballpark Village and all of their assets.
If I'm not mistaken, he was a pretty good on-base guy. And
he was fun to watch.
He's got power. He's a very good defensive outfielder. He's got speed. So you could see why there is some potential there to one day develop into a really good player. Nobody's confusing him with Mike Trout.
No.
But for what they've got, he was about as good an outfielder as they had the second half of the season. The guy you ought to be concerned about is Carlson, who doesn't hit a lick left-handed.
You mean a guy who's also hitting 230? Yeah, I know. Yeah. But analytics say that at age 30, he's going to have a...
He was untouchable to trade.
He was the one that was going to be the star. He was the minor league player of the year. He was the one they had really high hopes for.
And that's their outfield. If you listen to Mo, he's happy with the outfield going into next year.
I literally saw somebody, like, if you sign Bellinger, which wouldn't mind, and they go, well, where are you going to put Yepez? It's like, are we really talking? 8 months ago, you would have said, put him in the trash. I mean, whatever you want to do, just get somebody else in there. So, like, we fall in love with these guys so early, so quick.
I'd like to see him get Bellinger, too.
I think that would be a
He was a Gold Glove
one.
outfielder. I mean, you're getting close, especially if the reports are true that Swanson is in play and Sean Murphy. You're getting close to having a Gold Glover at every spot.
Right. Yeah, I think Bellinger would be a really good addition.
Yeah, and maybe with Matt Holliday working with him and get him in a new situation, new hitting coach, because he's been horrible the last couple of years. I mean, can't hit a lick. He went from MVP to can't hit a lick.
Yeah, don't you worry about that?
Sure, you do worry about it, but that's also the time to pick him up.
It's also known that the Cubs have been essentially been given the green light to spend some money. So now some more competition. The NL Central appears they're trying to make good on the promise. You can add Chicago to the list of teams who are in pursuit of Athletics catcher Sean Murphy, who's certainly a Cardinals target as well. What's more than that is the Cubs are known to have interest in Carlos Correa, Xander Bogaerts, and Dansby Swanson. At least one or maybe two of those guys are also Cardinal targets. Could well follow the Rangers' blueprint from last winter and sign 2 of the 3.
What's the Cubs deal? If you're spending money now, why didn't you spend it last year and save all the stars that you had? Save Rizzo and Baez and Schwarber and all those guys. Where were you with the money then?
Rizzo,
when you
they
had
probably
a
have to pay
contending
like crazy.
team.
Yeah. Baez was one that, I think a lot of Cubs fans felt the hurt on that because he was so
How about
loved in
Schwarber?
Chicago. Yeah.
How about Rizzo? Those are all-star players. You had them all, and now you want to spend money?
See, the Cardinals just sign Bogaerts, then you trade Gorman and Nootbaar for Murphy or whatever catcher you want. I know there's a couple.
Murphy would be someone I think you can sign, right?
No,
you have to.
No.
He's not a free. He's under control for like 3 years.
Yeah, I think Nootbaar and Gorman for him, and then Donovan is now your ultra utility guy if you move Edman to second, Bogart to short. Now Donovan can play outfield. He could play. He basically what Tommy Edman was when he first came up. Remember when he played like 6 different positions?
You'd really trade Gorman and Nootbaar for a catcher?
I mean, it sounds like
For
that's
that one,
going.
I think you probably
I
would.
think you would. I'm not giving 60, 70 million to Contreras, so I think that would be a better option. Yeah. I'm not a fan of. I think Lars Nootbaar is just going to be, a Grichuk or a Piscotty, very decent, but like he's more coveted in our organization than anywhere else. And if you can get something for him, Gorman, there's too many infielders. There's too many ones that are coming up, too. So
Good problem to have. There's also a segment of B-Fibs who don't think Swanson is an upgrade over Edmund. The helmet nachos have gone to these fat sprains.
I love that.
Alan Dadeville.
He won the Gold Glove, Swanson, and he hit like 25 home runs.
There were people taking it a step further to where, like, well, you can move Edmund. He goes, no, well, we want Donovan there. So basically they're saying I'd rather have Brendan Donovan. Again, a guy that a year ago, would have been him or Dansby Swanson. Who's going to answer anything but Dansby Swanson?
He can play the outfield, can he?
Yeah, that's why I like Donovan. But, again, these guys can be moved easily for players like those.
Now, I know it wasn't going to happen because they just don't spend that kind of money. But they talk about they don't like the long-term contracts. All right, well, you could have gotten Verlander for 2 years. Granted, $44 million a year, but you could have got
him. For a 40-year-old pitcher.
It's a little.
Well, he won the Cy Young this year, so.
He did, but he's still 40.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem to bother him. So there you go. In 2 years, that contract's up, but you're spending some money now, but there's your number one pitcher.
Yeah, at some point, age gets everybody. You don't always know when it's going to hit. But except for Nolan Ryan, 40 is an old man.
Yeah, and the team already has a 40-year-old pitcher at the moment. So
I mean, he was great. There was no doubt he was the best going this year.
Yeah, but do you want to pay him $22 million a year?
Well, it's 40, isn't it? I think they signed him for 2 years for 80-something million, didn't they?
They did.
Okay, yeah, boy.
Like I said, it's a lot of money, but it's only 2 years. So he comes off the book in the 2 years. You're not eating a bunch of money at the end of it.
And to watch the Mets get Verlander and the Phillies get Trey Turner, it's going to be hard to get through the National League to get to a World Series.
Dude, and after seeing the Trey Turner thing, I'm convinced now there's no way the Cardinals go out for a big name.
Well, why would that be?
I know AAV is actually really cheap for the Phillies. I mean, it's like $24 or $25 million a year, but you're also paying them to like 42.
Yeah, like 11 years.
But I just don't think they're going to be paying $25+ million for a shortstop. And there's nobody in the outfield that you can get.
No, it's like the Cardinals. I can't poo-poo what Mo does because they've been successful under his tenure. So I don't really question a lot of what he does because they're successful. But it seems like they just do enough to win their division or compete in their division. They don't worry about after that. You have to do something. You see what the Phillies are doing, what the Dodgers do every day, what Atlanta does. You got to beat those teams if you want to win a World Series. So what if you win your division? You're not built to beat the other teams.
I mean, Houston won the World Series and then immediately, right when free agency opened, signed Jose Abreu.
Yeah.
And they have Alvarez, like they have a loaded first bit, and they don't care. We'll just plug him here. Play. And that's how teams actually should work. It's not, well, this prospect had a good 3 months. Well, he's locked in for the next 3 years, however he plays, because we love this guy. He's a homegrown kid. Like, I don't care. Trade them all if we can get better
Swanson's
players.
a career 250 hitter. He must suck, right, Blousy? That's from the 618.
They're great, but I mean, Brendan Donovan, I've seen him for a couple of weeks. I can't judge that. So, yes, I would take DMP Swanson immediately.
Yeah, I think most people would take Swanson over Donovan in a
100%.
heartbeat. Yeah.
Bellinger is the move. Perfect buy low, high upside signing. From Eric in the Central West End, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I think Cody Bellinger would be a great addition. I think Swanson and Murphy, I think that would be a really good offseason.
You saw what a change of venue can do for a guy like Matt Carpenter. Just having other people work with him.
Right.
Imagine if Bellinger got back to his old form.
Right.
There's your left-handed hitter. There's your gold glove center fielder again.
Yeah. Then you can go like Bellinger, Arenado, Goldie. Like, that's a nasty team.
You just have to keep in mind the last 2 years he was Matt Carpenter, striking out almost every time he came to the plate.
Yeah. But he's also on a team where, L.A., it's a whole different ballgame. You gentlemen should not analyze anything. You're one cute senior citizen and two brainless chunks of comic relief being guided by a balding child. Talk fast food and weed. Things you know about. That's from Nate.
Okay.
He's in Tallahassee.
Knock it off, Nate.
Yeah. Well,
the winter meetings go on till when?
Till they're over.
No, there's a...
Nice.
They meet for a certain period of time. They don't just, we'll extend. Let's stay down here for another 3 days.
I think it's till like Wednesday or so.
Yeah, it's like another day.
I think that's right.
In years past, everything happened at the winter meetings. Now it's really, winter meetings have been kind of boring.
Well, yesterday there was like 3 or 4 sightings.
Yeah, but in past years, everything got done at the winter meetings. Now it's like everybody waits to see if you sign him. There's the market set. So
they're golfing, getting espressos.
Well, and sometimes the most important moves you make are during the season.
Yeah.
Like last year when the Cardinals picked up Quintana and Montgomery.
Right.
It's the 2 biggest moves they made of the whole year.
Yeah, which was unfortunate due to the offseason last year. Who's not playing golf and eating donuts and sitting around is Ryan Kelly, Doug. He's a homeown expert, a title sponsor.
He wouldn't do that to you.
Go-getter.
He'd be there in the office along with his fabulous people, making sure you've got the mortgage that you need. Right now, they've got that VIP refi program going. Interest rates are up. That has not been fun. Shouldn't stop you from buying a home. With the housing market returning to normal, now's the time to strike a deal on a home that would have been unheard of just a few years ago. You can make up for that higher interest rate with a lower asking price on the house. Sellers are looking to make deals right now. Reach out to Ryan Kelly, the home loan expert, to get pre-approved for your dream home today. And with Ryan's 10-day closing guarantee, you'll be in your new home faster than ever. When interest rates come down, and they will come back down, you'll be covered as part of the VIP refi program. Then after you make 6 payments on your mortgage, they will refinance you to that new lower rate with no fees. VIP refi with no fees when you work with Ryan Kelly, the home loan expert. Find out more about this program at thehomeloanexpert.com. Ryan Kelly and his fabulous team are there to help you through the entire mortgage process. Thank you, Ryan Kelly. Thank you, Sir Mortgage.
And Plowboy, can I hear about the fine folks, Patrick Nealon and friends over at Centric? We hear a little about Centric.
Oh, sexy.
Centric Cybersecurity is the most exciting career in technology and one of the most in-demand. Centric can train you for a career in cybersecurity, and they can do it in just 4 months. Centric's hands-on program teaches you the actual job skills you need to get started. No history, no biology, just technology, and that's how they do it in just 4 months, even if you have no IT experience. And you can do it online, you can do it in person, you can do it in the evenings, you can do it during the day, whichever works best for you. If you're interested in a career in cybersecurity, call Patrick Nealon at Centric Training today, and he'll walk you through Centric's cutting-edge program and show you everything Centric does to help get you started in your new IT career. Call 314-450-4714 or go to centric.com/STL. That's CENTRIQ.com/STL. Cybersecurity is a problem for every business in St. Louis. You can be part of the solution.
What a edit.
Wasn't too bad.
The big breath in the neck.
Centric. And Friday night is pizza night, Doug. Welcome back. JJ Twiggs is our Friday night is pizza night partner.
The one on Hampton?
This week. Yes, the one in Southampton.
Yeah.
They're going to be in studio today around 9 o'clock, and they're going to tell us about the special that they have. So I'm going to tease that for the 9 o'clock hour. We're going to hear a little more about JJ Twiggs as our Friday night is pizza night sponsor. Come on, text on in. You can text in at the EDF text in line at the Engineer Design Facilities 314-881-TMA5. You can also call in 636-900-4-TMA. That's the Steve Schmidt Key of North County phone lines. And come on out Thursday night. We're just 2 days away from the end of the year listener awards presented by Munganast, Engineer Design Facilities, Evergreen Wealth Strategies. Come on out. All the stars will be there.
It's a formal occasion, right?
Black tie preferred. We'll let you in otherwise, but bring a new unwrapped toy for Annie's Hope on behalf of the great Jennings Randolph Jr. That'll be your ticket into the event. And then just hang out. Lisa Ann will be there. Lisa Ann will be sitting in this very studio in 2 days, doing the entire program with us, and then going out to Harpo's in Chesterfield on December 8th to come hang out with us for the end of the year listener awards. And of course, she's going to Jamaica, as we found out yesterday. She'll be accompanying Iggy down there so that Iggy can go. We traded not having Iggy or Lisa Ann going to Jamaica for both of them coming to Jamaica.
Right.
What we talk about
Nice
winter
move.
meetings. We talk about trades. The best damn trade ever.
And you're going to welcome her into your suite?
Sure. God, but the more the merrier is what I say. Yeah.
Okay.
More friends, hang out. It'll just be awesome.
Yeah.
Iggy, you're excited about you're excited about this new development.
What development?
Oh, for heaven's
That I'm
sakes.
going?
Yeah.
Not really.
I like the honesty.
Come on, Eeyore.
I'm not gonna lie to you. You give me my choice, yes or no, I wouldn't go. But
Oh man. If we were going for like another day, would that change it?
no, we're going for like 5 days, 4 nights, or 5 nights, 4 days. But a week, 3
This
just
is
doesn't really
four-
count.
this is
4 nights.
4 nights and 5
yeah,
days.
well, you count a night where you're just sleeping. You're gonna eat and sleep.
Well, what else are you doing at night?
Well, it doesn't count. Stay at home and sleep and eat.
But we'll get to hang out and enjoy. the
Yes, I'm
wonderful
looking
weather.
forward to that because unless we're on the golf course or something or in the show, we really don't get to hang out together.
Right.
But we get to hang out for 2 days and we'll have fun. But it's a hassle.
It's not 2 days. It's a full Sunday, a full Monday, a full Tuesday.
3 days.
Play some golf. It'll be a good time. The NFC AFC Championship will be on while we're down there.
Yeah, that's just when you go to a tropical island and watch football.
Watch it outside. That's pretty.
There's going to be no pleasing you, is there?
Well, I'm not going to be watching
There's
football.
going to be naked girl walking around with any kind of alcohol you want, and you're going to go, it's so hot out here.
No, I love the heat. I mean, we're leaving at the end of January, so it'll be cold here. We get to spend a couple days in
Like
warm climes.
84 degrees, I bet. 84 degrees is my guess.
It's when I was there in December, it hit 90 almost every day.
Really? Perfect. Sounds good to me. I mean, geez, it's about 40 degrees out here. If it's cold, it still gets cold right now, but it's not the most cold it's going to be all year. So now is the time to get in touch with Design Air Heating and Cooling. They worked on your home.
Many times I've
They
had
wear those
them,
little
yeah.
booties.
Oh, they do
worked on
great work.
Tim's home. They worked on my parents' home. They've been out to my brother's house. I mean,
my apartment.
They've been to Plowsy's apartment. A ton of our listeners have used Design Air. Now is the time to get in contact with them, get that furnace tune-up, because the last thing you want is it gets to 5 degrees and your furnace goes out and you're calling Design Air, but they're really busy. It's cold out. So get in touch with them now. That furnace tune-up, you go to designairservice.com. You click that Book Now tab. And you're gonna be golden. They're
A
gonna
lot of
get out
times
there.
that tune-up saves you a major repair later.
That's what I'm saying. They find the issue now, if there is one, get that taken care of, and then you're good for the whole winter. You just stay nice and warm, because nothing worse than sitting in a freezing cold house. Iggy, how warm do you keep your house in the winter?
I've had it to, I don't know, 78.
Oh, that's a hot house. God, that's hot.
That is insane.
I mean,
Come on, Eggs.
if my apartment,
78.
if it takes a while to warm up, I mean, I'll knock that thing to 78.
You could turn that on in a palazzo in Italy, and that'll be too hot. And that's like 50,000 square feet.
When I go to bed, I knock it down to 71. But
Our house is at 67 or
oh
something.
my God, I'd freeze.
Yeah, I'm at 65 at night. I'm at 65 at
It's
night.
like the AC.
68. Well, yeah, I look like John D. Rockefeller over here. I got to pay the heating bill.
I have an electric blanket.
Oh, blessed.
have you
blessed.
really?
I tell you, I'm 70 years old every day, and I use it all the time in the winter. So like, I don't need it as warm and sun, and that helps. I'm a big fan.
I like my comforter. I got my Vera Wang.
Oh yeah.
V-dub.
It's like rabbit fur.
Is that your designer blanket?
I got Target blanket just laying all over.
The only
me.
thing,
Cheap $5.
the only thing designer in that house.
That's not true. What about your closet?
Well, I mean, in the closet, the clothes. Yeah,
You'd put those clothes up against anyone.
Oh, they're
No,
glistening.
they're making fun of my black jacket again last night. I said that jacket costs more than anything you got in your closet.
I don't know that that's true.
I like that big black puffer. Oh, by the way, designer heating and cooling. Go to designerservice.com.
Lauren is now calling me Missy Misdemeanor Elliott.
What does that mean?
That she's always wore that big shiny black coat in her
Yeah,
videos.
in her music videos, Missy Elliott wore this big shiny black coat, very similar to the one Iggy sports.
KG in O-Town, if he would have had that coat for that Learn TikTok, that
probably
would
could've
have
lent it to
been unstoppable.
I could have lent it to him.
Oh, that would have been
That would have been crazy good.
66 degrees is the prime sleeping temperature.
Thank you.
Science says so. It's from the 314.
Yep.
Well, if you live like where I do, there's a lot of. It's an old apartment building, so you have cracks everywhere. So you got cold air coming in.
So you got a little space heater in the living room when I get home and get relaxed. I'll turn that on for like an hour, and
that'll eat up your electricity bill.
Yeah,
And burn the place down at some point.
For one, they make them amazing now, and two, you don't let me finish for an hour. Let that like heat just get nice and thick in the living room, and then turn it off, and we're done.
Just turn the oven on.
Oh God!
Oh God! I don't like that because like the smoke. Like I cook a lot of pizzas.
It's like opening the refrigerator when it's hot out.
Yeah, just open the freezer up and let the cold air come out.
I've teabagged like a lot of peas. Like when you're cold.
You have what now?
No, when you're cold or when you're warm. Sorry, excuse me. Like your pressure, or I don't know if the pressure points or whatever, but like your wrist, your ankles, and like your this region, the nuts.
Oh.
Like that. Like if you cool those down, your whole body temperature will cool down quicker than if you put it like, ice on your back.
I think it's more your feet and your head. You get a nice warm hat and put it on. That really just bottles the heat in.
Oh, I forgot about that. I thought the wrists were a thing, like to where if like you cool your wrist down. I thought that was a doctor thing.
Put ice on it, but into the neck. You lose a lot of heat in the neck. That's why people wear scarves.
I'm not a scarf guy. I can't tie them.
I never worry about neck heat.
Well,
I don't have a long enough neck for one. I feel like once I put a scarf on, my head looks like it's just floating. Like they're just.
You want a longer neck?
Just wear a nice dickie.
Virgin, are you gonna go tanning before you head down to Temptation Island? That's from the Warson Woods Wacko. No, I'm going just as God made me.
Maybe a spray tan. You don't want the real thing.
But it's kind of like if someone who is like bald as a cue ball walked in with like a big bushy hair. Like I'm so you just couldn't. I would need to like slowly do it. I would need to spray tan a little and then a little, and then eventually build up to it. If I just came in here one day, orange as the day is long.
You want the Puerto Rican?
I'd look ridiculous.
Okay.
I would look ridiculous. I'd look absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, spray tans look terrible. They're more orange, and then if you don't get it done right, they start running.
They look bad if you get a bad one or if you do too much. But a lot of women get spray tans, and you don't even notice it.
A ton. Vera Wang comforters are sold exclusively at Kohl's. Designer My Ass. It's from the 314.
How'd that feel?
Well, I guess
Shot
you
at your comforter.
I guess you don't know much about Vera Wang.
Comforter shaming. We do not allow that on the program.
I mean, Vera Wang, Kohl's throws a lot of money. I should say, sure, you can sell my comforters there. Where does she care where they go?
Where'd you get your comforter?
Kohl's. Well, they sell Vera Wangs. What are you going to do?
Nothing wrong with shopping at
It was
Kohl's.
on sale.
Maybe you should stop smoking in your bathroom, Iggy. It's from Mr. Licks.
Well, when it gets cold outside, that's what I do.
Does the house smell after that?
No, because I turn the fan on. I got a candle burning in there, and now it may go up to the upstairs neighbor's apartment. I don't really care.
Oh, you gotta love that. That's a neighbor.
This guy, 3 nights in a row, I don't know what he's doing at 11 o'clock, but he's boom, boom, boom. God
What kind of noise is that?
It's like he's either lifting dumbbells and dropping them on the ground, or he's practicing bochi up there. I don't know what he's doing, but it's just banging for 3 straight nights at like 10:45.
What sort of sound?
Boom, boom, boom. No stop. Boom, 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 boom.
That's a
boom.
murder.
I don't know what he's not having sex. I know that.
Huh.
You know he's not having sex?
Yeah, he's not getting laid.
Excuse me, I'm putting out a cigarette here.
Apologies to Dana Ash and Iggy's neighbor today for taking stray shots out of nowhere.
I didn't take a shot at Dana Ash.
No, you
called her beautiful.
You didn't.
She was.
Well, you
Your neighbor
said an
though.
intimate story.
Yeah, you said you had sex with her.
I'm sure people know she's not
I
a
got
virgin.
caught by her dad.
Yeah, well, she's not a virgin.
Stop glamorizing department stores. It paints the wrong message for today's youth. That's from Mr. Licks.
What are you ordering on Amazon, Licks? Supporting that?
I don't know.
I do have an
Probably
Amazon
boutiques
story
only. Oh, please.
that I can throw to you three guys, and let me know if this is just incompetence or just being nice. Over my vacation, I did some Christmas shopping.
No, did you?
And then I was on Amazon. I got a few sweaters for myself.
Well, sure you did. Yeah.
So I ordered them, and it says will be delivered by Thursday, which would have been, November 28th or whatever that Thursday was.
Oh, yeah?
Well, they're not there by Thursday.
Where are they?
And then I click tracking. It says cannot track package.
Why not?
So I call Amazon customer support.
What's going on?
And the recording said, has it been 48 hours since your package was supposed to be delivered? No.
No, not yet.
And he just hung up.
That's rude.
The recording hung up. All right. So I guess I'll wait 48 hours.
Sure.
Well, I don't get them Saturday.
That's all you could do, 2 days.
So I call Saturday. I said, I still haven't gotten them.
It's me again.
He says, well, according to this, they've been delivered. I said, well, there's nothing in front of my door, so, unless somebody stole them, I've received nothing. It wouldn't let me track the package. I didn't get an email, like I always do, saying your packages were delivered, because they don't even knock on the door anymore. Normally, we should knock on the door and then they don't even do that. I see them, they just throw them in front of the door and leave. So if I don't go outside for a while, I don't know they're there, but I'll get an email. Yeah. Your package has been delivered. Oh, open the door, there they are.
Where is it?
Nothing.
Nothing there.
So I finally got a hold of a live person.
Oh, hello, guy.
And that takes forever. It says, I can help you.
Good.
In a few words. Someone live. I can help you with that.
Yeah.
Operator. What are you calling about?
Yeah.
Someone in customer support.
Yeah, say it louder.
How can I help you? Oh, my God. I finally got somebody live.
Okay. Hello, fellow.
So I told him what the problem was. He checks. He goes, well, they said they were delivered. I said, I've never gotten them.
There. But
I don't know what to tell you. They're not here. I didn't get a
not?
tracking. The tracking thing wouldn't let me track the package. I didn't get an email saying packages were delivered. There's nothing in front of my door for 3 days.
Zippo.
Well, we are sorry. We can refund that, or we can just reorder it. I said, well, I'd like the 2 sweaters, so if they're still in stock, I'd just soon have the sweaters.
I want my sweaters.
So went through the whole process. He goes, okay, now that says it'll be there December 3rd, whatever it was, 2 days ago. Yeah. All right. No, December 5th, actually, which was yesterday. So they're supposed to come yesterday.
Should be there now.
Well, I don't go to my mailbox often. Once I know my bills, I've had my 2 AT&T bills, my electric bill, whatever, my Visa bill. Once those are in, I know my bills are paid.
No, you don't need to go back.
So it's just going to be junk mail. So I don't check my mail like every 5 days.
No, I wouldn't either.
I go to my mailbox yesterday.
Where are they?
Both of the Amazon things are stuffed in there.
Oh, nice. Your sweaters.
They weren't delivered to my house. They were shoved in the mailbox. I've never had an Amazon package go in my mailbox.
Huh.
I think I have. If you buy like something small.
How big?
Well, there were 2 sweaters. They were fairly bulky. But they shoved them in there. But they always go to my door.
No, they're
I don't know how the mailman got them. Anyway, they're in the mailbox.
Okay, you got them.
Like a nice guy, and people are probably texting in, God almighty, get this story over with.
Well,
I'm trying to give you the parameters of what happened.
It's taken a while.
That's why I'm saying, was it just incompetence or nice?
I don't know.
So I said, I can't. I just told the guy I didn't get him. No, I did get him because they're in the mailbox. I called customer support to tell them.
Apologize.
I know I said I didn't get them, but I just checked my mailbox, and they were in there.
We're here after all.
Oh, I bet they were just cussing you out.
So I have the 2 sweaters that originally I said weren't here.
I got my sweaters.
So the 2 that are supposed to be delivered today, you can cancel that order because I have my 2 sweaters.
Yeah, you got them already.
This guy, he didn't
understand.
So what do you want me to do? Cancel the order. I don't need 4 sweaters.
Right, you got 2 already.
And plus, I told you I didn't get them, but I'm being nice and being honest. I did get them now. So I don't need the 2 you're going to give me.
Cancel.
To make a long story short, which is too late for that.
Way too late.
Self-awareness.
This guy
What do you say?
said, the only options I have here are to refund your money. What?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
I'm trying to find the options here for what happened. And he says, the only option I have is it says refund money. Would you like me to refund your money?
No, you can take your money.
Yeah, go ahead. I got 4 sweaters for free.
So that's
now, it's either being really nice or just incompetent that you don't refund somebody's money when I have the sweaters. I'm trying to give you 2 of them back.
You got your sweaters.
You're letting me keep all 4 and refunding my money.
I would have 100% snagged it from Amazon. It's just a corporation making billions.
I know, but I'm going to be honest. I said I didn't get them when I ended up getting them.
So where's it stand now?
They said they're going to refund the money to be on my card in 3 days. I said, well, okay. I opened my door yesterday. There's 2 more sweaters on the front. I took
different colors at least.
No, the same colors.
Oh,
so I took a black Sharpie and I wrote on the package.
Yes, you did.
Refused, return to sender, and both of them, and just kept them out there.
Oh, did you?
So next time Amazon comes, they will see the packages and they'll take them back.
I don't know.
No.
And then I did what I did what I said I would do. I gave the
those.
sweaters back. But the thing is, I still got 2 sweaters for free. They refunded the money.
Yeah,
I didn't need my money refunded. I got my sweaters. I'm trying to give you these back.
Take them back.
Keep the sweaters. We'll give you your money back.
Don't want them anymore.
Well, okay, if that's how you want to do it. That's your only option, according to this guy.
What you should do.
They're a Fortune 5 company. I think they can.
Yeah.
I don't think they're sweating the loss of 2 sweaters.
Have you ever called a credit card company and for fraud charges? I've only had it done twice.
Yeah,
where it's they're, I don't know if they copied my scan, on the back of my card. I don't know how they do it. So I'm like, yeah, that's not mine. I thought they would need a ton of more information. Okay, I'm pulling up my history. They go, okay, and just
they just wipe it off and don't even pursue the people that frauded you.
It's wiped in 2 seconds. I'm like, how do you even know
that's
that
how much money they're making?
Yeah, and that's my point. At some point, Amazon just doesn't even. It's just waste charge, and it's already embedded into their profits.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah,
the same thing happened to me. I went to San Diego once to a restaurant. It turns out that's where they copied my card. 2 days later, I'm back home, and I went to Target in Kirkwood and bought something. And before I was even out of the line, my phone rang, and it was Visa saying, "Did you just buy something at the Target store in Kirkwood, Missouri?" Yes. "Did you also just buy a big screen TV at Best Buy in San Diego, California?" No. Oh, okay. Yeah, we figured it was shady. You couldn't be both. We see that they've run up about $900 worth of purchases here in the last couple hours. We'll just erase that and send you a new card tomorrow. It's like that. I said, thank you. Thank you very much.
You're not even to your car and you got refunded.
Apparently they don't even go after the people that do it.
God bless online banking. My God, is this story over yet? Get it over with, Agent Orange.
I like the story.
Please, God, take me now. That's from the 2.
So right
you
now,
were probably sitting on pins and needles waiting for the story to end. I wonder how this ends.
I don't know.
Don't act like you weren't listening.
Right now, the 2 sweaters are there saying return to sender.
Yeah.
You have the 2 that you wanted, wrinkled, but you have them.
They were a little wrinkled because they shoved them in that mailbox.
Yeah.
I'd throw them in the dryer one time. Can Iggy please light himself on fire again? Give the 2 extra sweaters to KG in O-Town. That's a good idea for some TikTok.
Yeah, we're about the same size.
No, you're probably a men's medium.
These were mediums, yes.
And he would need probably an extra large.
Yeah, so they wouldn't fit. I gave them back. I don't just give them away. I'm trying to give them their merchandise
Maybe
back.
those would have been good Megan Meyer Foundation gifts.
I'm not. I don't want
of Amazon.
I don't want to take them. I told them I didn't get them, but then I did get them.
Well,
I don't want to lie.
No.
I want to give them back.
If you have a soul, please make sure this sweater story is deleted from the podcast and never makes a best of or TMA all day. No one ever needs to live through that again.
I got
ever.
a cut of the week.
That's from Hyman the Rock.
I got it for cut of the week.
What do you want? You want us to break down Lars Newtbar some more for you?
Hey, I know the Blues had a bad night, but let's hear about Ken having a package delivered to his mailbox instead of outside of his door from Dave in St. Peter.
I would rather hear that story 5 more times in succession than I talk about a Blues game in December. They're terrible. They suck. They're going to limp into the playoffs, be a first-round exit in 4 or 5 games, and that's going to be the season.
I think if you were offered them,
break it down?
If you could offer them that deal right now, do you want to limp into the playoffs? They'd say yes. We'll take a playoff spot.
And we could get possibly a playoff game win. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it's not like the team's going to go on a 25-game winner.
Right now, they just kind of look like a collection of players that have never played with each other.
Right.
It's bad.
They will not shoot the darn puck.
They won't.
Would they get a 2-on-1, a 3-on-2, and every damn time they will pass until they don't get a shot off. It's really frustrating.
Like, I watch them now more so than I ever have, and I don't know if I'm jinxing them or if it's just hard to watch a full game of that because – the players, you've seen most of the guys hoist a cup up. And yeah, you're right. Like it looks like this team was just assembled yesterday.
Yeah. Well,
I don't get that.
You know the players that were part of the Stanley Cup team, but the guys that aren't there now, Pietrangelo and Perron and Bouwmeester and some of these guys have been replaced with guys that are fourth liners. So you took some of your very best players are not there anymore. Guys who used to log a lot of ice time and were very productive players have really been replaced with people that just aren't anywhere near as good.
And Parayko is one of the worst defensive hockey players I've ever witnessed in my life. I mean, I'm not kidding. This dude looks like an absolute unit and could not play more of a soft game. Oh, it's so embarrassing to watch.
You know who doesn't play soft, Doug?
Who?
James Carlton.
I wouldn't think
Carlton
so.
State Farm Insurance. He doesn't play soft at all. He plays hard. Plus, I can hear a little bit about James Carlton, the great James Carlton, who brings us Gabe DeArmond every Monday.
He wins puck battles.
Yeah.
That's my new insurance agent, by the way. What up, James?
James Carlton is, though, and you can check out the Google reviews, 301 of them, as a matter of fact. James Carlton and team are incredible. Everyone went really above and beyond to keep me in the loop on a claim I had recently. They're all such a pleasure to work with. And I have to give a big shout-out to both Stephanie and Barbara for all of their personal help. Thank you all so much. That's James Carlton's Google reviews. 5 stars, 301 of them. 314-961-4800. Or go online at carltoninsurance.net. That's James Carlton.
James Carlton.
How about that, Doug, with that?
And the sponsor of our...
James Carl.
You should have cut out the first sentence where he said James Carlton is, though. If you'd cut that out, it would have started with, check out the Google reviews. You'll see James Carlton, blah, blah, blah.
Doug, stop.
Well, also, the sponsor of the text inbox, sponsor of the end of the year listener awards show, Engineered Designed Facilities.
It's a labor.
CDF's fire division now testing, inspecting, and maintaining the fire system on all commercial kitchen and restaurant hoods. EDF can handle all of your company's security and surveillance needs, from surveillance cameras to access card readers to facial recognition software and everything in between. If you have visibility to your company or place of business's commercial fire alarm panel and system, email fire@edf-rg.com, and they will have a technician come out and provide a free evaluation of your system and offer the most competitive contract pricing in the market. You can also check them out anytime at edf-rg.com. That's engineered, designed facilities.
That's
oh, that was rough there at the end. I almost fell off the stool.
Yeah.
You know that it's about to say something else. Nope.
Engineered Design Facilities. Doug, I know you've been wanting to get into this, and we're finally gonna get to it. We got the great Larry Nickel joining us for his WWE recap, and I know that you're locked in. Larry, how are you?
Hello, Nixie.
I'm doing good, guys. How you guys doing?
Oh, we're fine. You?
Outstanding.
I'm doing great.
Okay, why so good? Must have been a good show last night.
Yeah, it was a good show last night because they had a undisputed WWE Tag Team title match last night.
Oh, okay. Who won that one?
The Usos retained the undisputed Tag Team titles.
The Usos?
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay, and who are the Usos?
They are twin brothers, and they are the sons of WWE Hall of Famer Rikishi.
Rikishi, okay.
Is he the one that used to flatulate on the he used to flatulate on the faces of the other wrestlers?
Yeah, he used to back that plank up.
Oh.
God, he had an ass in it. It had so many dimples
Did
on
he
it.
weigh like 500 pounds?
Yeah, and he just like back his ass into people's faces.
Oh,
and then drop ass on him.
Yeah, then if he dropped ass.
If you're the guy who's been instructed to lose, wouldn't you resign at that point before that happened?
Certainly
Wouldn't
wear
you quit? Say,
goggles.
this is not the business for me. It's not what I signed up for.
Yeah, you read the script that night. Okay, you're going up against Rikishi, and the move will be he throws you against the ropes, and then he sticks his big fat ass in your face.
I quit.
All right.
I quit before the match.
Glad I got this match tonight.
Oh, man.
He's done. He did it to a few women, didn't he?
Yeah.
Larry? Yeah. I think China. I think he backed his ass into China one time.
Oh.
All right.
So, yeah.
And so what did he have to do with last night's match?
His sons won the undisputed tag team titles.
The Russos.
The Usos.
Bad dogs.
Now, do they weigh 500 pounds as well?
No. That's the combined weight.
Oh. Okay.
250 apiece. Larry, do you have any snacks when you watch WWE recap? I just want to paint a mental picture here. You like popcorn or something?
I don't normally snack during the lesson because I'm trying to take notes and stuff.
Locked in, yeah. Good for you.
For this?
Professional.
Do you take notes for this appearance?
You should.
Yeah, because when you guys were on 590, you guys only have a clip.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
But
kept
then you
forgetting
guys
about
are-
the clips every week, so I kind of retired it.
Well, we don't anymore, so you really don't need to take notes. Just
I
you
know,
can,
but-
you can make something up. We don't know. You can say, well, Ric Flair came out of retirement. He fought Goldberg. And then Trish Stratus came out of the crowd. We wouldn't know. We'd just say, great show. We're not watching.
I know, but I want to recap what happened last night because I did watch. And I want to tell you guys what happened. And by the way, since you brought up Ric Flair, Iggy,
Yeah.
he might come out of retirement for one match.
Ooh.
I thought he did that like 4 weeks ago, and they gave him a standing ovation after he flopped around the ring for a few
I know,
minutes.
but I found out on Facebook that Ric Flair might be joining the Royal Rumble.
Oh.
Jeez.
And how old is he now?
I think he's between 60 and 70.
50 and
That's a rough
70?
estimate.
Yeah.
I think he's like
he might be
71.
He is 73 years old.
Oh, well, that's all you can do is flop around.
We've had him on this very program. I tried asking him about Metro Boomin and Offset, and it went poorly for me.
Well, your mic he couldn't hear you. You were in
Right.
aux off.
Yeah, that was rough. Larry, do you have the top 5 countries in the world for us?
Yes, I do.
Woo!
Number 5, Qatar or Qatar.
Oh.
Because of the World Cup.
Sure.
Interesting selection.
That's a good country.
Number 4, Brazil.
Oh, favorites to win the World Cup.
Our favorites were not down in the round of 16.
That's right.
Number 3 will be Australia.
Okay.
Also knocked out in the round of 16.
Number 2, Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Knocked out in the group
Number
stage.
1, United States of America.
Woo!
Despite the
Even
defeat.
after the defeat.
Yeah.
Even after the defeat, they played hard. The games are coming to North America next in 2026, and Larry's fired up about it, aren't you, Larry?
Yes, I am.
Woo! All right, Nixie, thank you so much for joining us today, brother.
You're welcome. God bless America.
Well, all right. Thank you, Nixie.
That's Larry Nickel. All right, we're going to close out the Munganast 7 o'clock hour.
That was a strong hour.
Really strong, and only going to get better. We'll be talking on the other side of the break. We'll talk about the Mizzou Bowl game.
Will we?
Yeah, well, sure. We'll talk. We're going
Break
to
it
talk
down.
about Mizzou, Kansas on Saturday. Everyone's fired up.
Let me do a
got-
Tim imitation.
What's up?
Let me do a Tim imitation going to the break.
What do you mean?
Well, I'll do an imitation of Tim going to the break.
Nice.
You want to?
Yeah.
God bless.
Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Well, this guy's when we come back.
You're listening to the Ryan Kelly Morning After. Closing our Munganast 7 o'clock hour. Coming up with the Appliances Counters 8 o'clock hour on the other side of the break. Broadcasting live from the Michelob Ultra Studios.
Hey, if you like the morning after, check out Balloon Party on 101 ESPN. HD1, by the way. It's Sports Talk with Tim McKernan and Action Jackson from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. each weekday, right after the morning after. It's the worst named show in the history of radio, but the content's pretty good, so check it out on 101 ESPN or get the podcast on the TMA app. Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPN-TFM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day.
Ryan Kelly, the home loan expert, is with us. Ryan, rates are still going up. Is it a good time to buy a house still?
Absolutely, Doug. It truly is. We have a saying at the Home Loan Expert office. You marry the house, you date the rate. You know, you fall in love with the house. You're going to be there for a while. But the mortgage, you're probably going to refinance that along the way. Now, mortgage rates are up, but don't let that scare you. Again, you marry the house, you date the rate. Mortgage rates will come back down at some point. Got questions? Ready to get pre-approved? Visit thehomeloanexpert.com.
Nothing says barbecue like Naven's Barbecue. Whether it's lunch, dinner, or a family gathering, Naven's Barbecue has an extensive menu for any palate. From slow-smoked Texas-style brisket to award-winning smoked chicken wings. All Naven's Barbecue is wood-smoked, and all their meat is from local and regional farmers. Follow them on Instagram and Facebook for daily specials and holiday meal packages. Stop by their location at the intersection of Grand and Arsenal in South City today for the best barbecue in the STL. Online at navensbbq.com. That's NAVINSBBQ.com.
Guess what? TMA is giving out end-of-the-year awards to TMA fans.
It's happening December 8th at Harpo's in Chesterfield.
And we'd like all of you to be there.
You think we're going to have an award for the most misshapen head?
Cool, man. Not cool. But maybe we'll do most translucent skin, though.
How about the most perverted show member with bleached blonde hair?
You talking about me?
Yeah.
Well, off.
You mash and sweet potato.
This award ceremony is more about the listeners. Best texter, best caller, best emailer, or maybe we'll point out the worst caller. And who should be Listener of the Year? It's the TMA End of the Year Awards, Thursday, December 8th at Harpo's in Chesterfield. By the way, former adult film actress Lisa Ann will be joining the event. Presented by Munganast St. Louis Acura and Munganast Alton Toyota. Better than ever for you, their customer. Who should win? Who will win? Who cares? Please bring a new and unwrapped toy for Annie's Hope on behalf of our good friend Jay Randolph Jr. And you get in for free.
My head's not bad. My head's blonde hair costs $100.
Getting tanner. My hair's
Find out more at TMASTL.com.
Your favorite spirits like Hendrick's Gin and Monkey Shoulder Vatted Walt Whiskey are now available in premium, ready-to-serve cocktails thanks to Batch and Bottle. Try the Lazy Old Fashioned, Rhubarb Cosmo, Gin Martini, or Scotch Manhattan. Simply chill, pour, and garnish. Each bottle serves 4 to 5 cocktails, so grab a few for your next party and spend less time in the kitchen and more time in the conversation. Just look for the black bottle with the gold cap. That's Batch and Bottle Premium Ready-to-Serve Cocktails. Batch and Bottle Premium Pre-Batch Cocktails, imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc., New York, New York.
Whoever said there's nothing new under the sun hasn't been to the new Press restaurant, located near Jefferson and 44 next to the Lucky Accomplice, and features the soon-to-be famous Smash Pizza. What's a Smash Pizza? It's a pizza stuffed with toppings, pressed, then topped with even more local farm ingredients. Located just 5 minutes from our baseball, hockey, and soccer venues, Press is open Thursday through Monday with daily specials 4 to 6, and they can cater your business lunch or dinner, with delivery available on Postmates and Uber Eats. Who says there's nothing new under the sun? Check out the new Press restaurant today.
Okay.
Hot takes.
Yeah.
Pepperoncini.
And now the Pepperoncini Show with Darren Atkins and Ken Stroh. All right, take it, fellas.
There it is. That's the open.
Pepperoncini.
We don't know what it is. We don't understand the name. We just know it's stupid. And it's available every weekday, featuring Iggy and the Plowboy. Apparently it's some kind of a podcast or something. Available at TMASTL.com and on the TMASTL mobile app. Whatever.
Hi, this is Trish Wolf from the Wolfpack at Worth Clark Realty. And the home selling market might look a little bit uncertain right now, but if you've got the Wolfpack on your team, that's going to make all the difference. We're going to help you with staging and tell you what kind of upgrades to make or to avoid. We're going to put our social media to work for you and get you your maximum exposure for that home. So while home values are holding and inventory's still low, let's jump on board and get that house listed. And if you're waiting until spring, it's never too early to get started with that planning. So give me a call today at 314-807-WOLF, or you can always find us at trishwolf.com. Join the pack. We've got your back.
This is Tim McKernan here to tell you about Sound Story. Holidays are quickly approaching, and if you are looking for the perfect gift to give, you can find it at mysoundstory.com. And this week, Sound Story gift cards are 20% off when you enter promo code GIFT at mysoundstory.com. With Sound Story, you have the choice of Doug Vaughn, Action Jackson, or myself to interview your mother, or your father, or your grandmother, or your grandfather, or yourself to record life stories and wisdom for all of your family. It's the kind of gift that you'll never regret giving. It's the rare gift that everyone will love, not just this year, but for years to come. Just go to mysoundstory.com to receive this holiday special discount of 20% off the cost of a Sound Story gift certificate by entering promo code GIFT. And you will be giving your family the gift of keeping your family's story saved forever. It's Sound Story. Promo code GIFT for 20% off this week at mysoundstory.com.
The Tim McKernan Show podcast, featuring long-form interviews with people from the world of sports, politics, and entertainment.
And our guest today, Bill McClellan. Thanks so much for coming in.
Hey, my pleasure, Tim.
What's up, Caden?
Hi, how are you?
Joe Buck, our guest today.
Man, it's like I haven't seen you in years.
More than 500 episodes and counting, and it's available wherever you get your podcasts, including the TMA STL app. Get the app now at TMASTL.com.
The Ryan Kelly Morning After.
KPNT-FM, HD2.
Collinsville, St. Louis.
Oh.
Banger.
Don't let this one breathe.
And on YouTube, we're on aux off, so we know we're on air.
Glow, little glowworm, glow.
Very nice.
What do you think, Doug?
Love this.
Glow, little glowworm, glow.
Turn it up a notch.
Turn it off.
Oh.
Glow, little glowworm, glow. You know how Tim says that he's going to use his hand on 28 listeners? I might dance with a listener to this song.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, I really like that tune.
28 of them after they're finished going private with Tim? Or
maybe
before,
not 28.
Just to get them in the mood.
I'll just choose one lucky listener and slowly dance to Glowworm. And step it up when the big band comes in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how it goes. This is the Ryan Kelly Morning After. Welcome back. This is the Appliance Discounters, 8 o'clock hour in the new market for a home appliance. Our 8 a.m. sponsor, Appliance Discounters, has what you need. Shop major brands like GE. Appliance Discounters drastically lower prices on installs, with select dishwashers being free. They also have huge cash GE rebates and holiday savings all month long. Check them out. That's Appliance Discounters, sponsor of the 8 o'clock hour. Remember, email in today for the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. The prize today, a bobblehead pack. That's 5 games, Doug, 2 tickets apiece. This pack features 5 weekend games, including the Yankees Saturday, and allows fans to add 5 more bobbleheads to their collection, including Nolan Arenado, Roger Maris, and more. Huge prize for today's Design Air Heating and Cooling email day. More huge prizes coming up later in the week. Come on, send in the hot emails. I'll be reading them, and try to claim this sick prize.
You wonder why they don't just do a bobblehead of every player at some point.
Right. They had a Bader one last year, and then they had to switch it out because after he got traded.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that.
That could be way off. I know they've had that in the past where like a player gets sent down to the minor leagues.
Oh yeah.
But they have a bobblehead night of them coming up.
Yeah.
And they sometimes will bring them back up just for the bobblehead like week.
And then they came up with, let's connect the Wainwright, Pujols, and Molina bobbleheads all into one. And I only got the Pujols. I didn't get the other 2.
Yeah, I mean, I would have went to the game if I knew what they were worth. I'd have went to that weekend game to get the other 2 because they're going for like $700 on eBay for all 3.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I'd like to dance with you, Jackson. I feel you owe me for not letting my emails through. It's from Sally Land. Another one. Dibs. I want to slow grind with Jackson while my wife watches. It's from Rookie of the Year candidate and Caller of the Year candidate, Caller Buzz.
And this is happening Thursday.
Thursday, December 8th, Harpo's. Lisa Ann will be in attendance. We'll all be there.
Yeah.
And we're going to be giving out awards. We're going to be hanging out. Tim's going to use his hand on 28 listeners. Bring a new unwrapped toy, a little toy drive for Annie's Hope on behalf of the great Jennings Randolph Jr. That's your ticket to get in. Please bring one. Harpo's in Chesterfield. We're going to get after it because we're off the next day. We're off December 9th. Friday, December 9th, we're off.
And it's a formal affair. Are you guys going to wear top hats?
Yeah. I was going to wear like an ascot and one of those bowler hats. What's the
like a derby?
Yeah, like a little derby, a little black derby.
I was thinking about a top hat. I was going to text Lauren because I know she's a big Stevie Nicks fan. So I'm guessing she has a black top hat that Stevie Nicks used to wear.
I'm going to wear a wig.
You think anyone who likes Stevie Nicks must have a top hat?
Well, Stevie Nicks look where she had this black top hat that she would wear that had like a ribbon around it and would flow down behind her.
What are the odds she has one?
And I think she dressed like Stevie Nicks one Halloween in the KC studio. I think John Hewlett dressed like Lindsey Buckingham. But I would guess she has a top hat. So if I want to wear a top hat, I'll ask her if I can borrow it.
Sure. It's another excuse to call her.
I wouldn't
10
call her, I'd
times.
just text her.
Whatever happened to
Why don't you just leave me alone?
Whatever happened to the Abe Lincoln stovepipe hat?
Should we bring that back?
Yeah. Was he the only one in history that ever wore one of those things?
What was the point of it, and how is it kept on your head?
I assume that it's just as wide as other hats, and it would fit down on your head.
No wonder he got shot. He wore that thing in the theater. The guy behind him couldn't see.
I don't think that's the case.
You think John Wilkes Booth
dumbass, can you take the hat off?
You think that's
No.
why? That's why he
Yeah, he
assassinated?
got pissed off with the hat. He couldn't see the play.
I don't believe he was wearing the hat when he got shot.
Trivia question. What play was Abraham Lincoln seeing?
My favorite cut, My American Cousin.
My American Cousin.
Back then, it was polite to take your hat off when you went inside. Nowadays, people could care less what's polite. They sit there at a restaurant and eat with a baseball hat on.
Tony Soprano didn't like
you're
that in
bashing
season
me.
1 of Sopranos.
But
now explain what okay. Is there a time where that's okay in terms of what restaurant, what tier
If
of
you're
restaurant?
eating, if you're eating at Fuddruckers.
Yeah, I think
you can wear a hat.
if you're at Waffle House or McDonald's, no one cares. If you're at a nice restaurant,
you should.
It's considered proper form to not have a hat on.
Nice restaurants differ between people, so I wanted to. I just didn't know.
If you're having lunch at the Trainwreck or Carl's or Hooters,
right,
hat on. If you go out to
Carl's,
let's just say you go to Andrea's
Steakhouse.
Yeah, no hat.
No hats.
Tony Soprano once approached a man in season 1 of The Sopranos who was wearing a hat. It really burned him up, and he said, "They don't serve hot dogs here."
Yeah.
They took the bleachers out last month.
I mean, when I was in school, you couldn't wear a hat. Hats off in the house is what they'd say.
Well, other than baseball games, I never wore a hat.
No, hardly anybody did.
Me and Madison first started dating. Went to her grandparents. I think it was a holiday for Thanksgiving or whatever. And I met him maybe one time before, and I wore a hat. And we're eating like deviled eggs and potato salad, and so I'm like, okay, I'll keep my hat on.
They weren't happy with you?
Well, I got grilled by him, but I took my hat off and everything was fine.
No, I just wear hats a lot because I take a shower in the morning. I really don't do anything with it. Then if you come outside, you don't have a hat on, your hair's blowing all over the place. And I've seen people in the fan page, he only wears a hat because he's bald on top. Well, come on, you've seen me without a hat. If you want to see me without a hat, do you think I'm bald?
Oh, look at that hair. Lustrous.
There's no balding.
Shout out to the rain.
If you look at pictures going back to the 40s and beyond that, 30s, everyone is wearing a hat.
Yeah.
Everybody.
But a dress hat, like a derby or
you wonder what that was
fedora.
You drive by, there's some big buildings in St. Louis, old, mostly have been repurposed, that used to be hat factories.
That's crazy. Wasn't that just like men's dress wear back then? It was just you
But
always wear a hat?
casual, formal, everyone had a hat on. And in the 20s, it was straw, those round straw hats.
It's a good look.
Oh, back in the early days, I mean, downtown St. Louis was almost all like fashion stores, men's clothing, women's clothing, hat stores, shoe stores.
Yeah, people took their appearance very seriously.
Sic semper tyrannis in Latin actually means take your effing hat off, you ass. That's from
It doesn't.
Kevin's brother Jack
It doesn't.
Demoff.
And what you can see, and I forgot who I was talking about the other day about Hoosiers.
The Great Norman Dale.
I think I was talking to somebody during vacation about Hoosiers. And I said, Hoosier it doesn't really matter. It's not where you live. It's the way you dress makes you a Hoosier.
Something about acid wash jeans is coming up.
Well, but if you're at a wedding, at a reception, and everybody's dressed with coats and ties, you get the reception, you may take your tie off, but you still have your coat on or whatever, and you show up at a wedding in like a T-shirt and a baseball skull hat, that's a Hoosier.
Well, who's arguing that?
Are a lot of people going to weddings in T-shirts and beanies?
Not a beanie, but I was at a wedding not long ago where everybody was dressed up. And there's one table of people with jeans on. One guy's got a T-shirt on. Another guy's got a bandana on his head. Another guy's got a hat. That is a Hoosier table.
Yeah, sure.
That's how I define Hoosier, by the way you dress.
The denim suit, have you seen the denim jeans with like the denim colored
Canadian tuxedo?
Yeah, like that to me, there's nothing more Hoosier. There's nothing that you can do outside of that makes me think you're even more Hoosier. That is the definition. When you come to a wedding or a nice event, wearing dual denim. Whew, that's a statement.
Yeah, if you have a beer can collection, Hoosier.
Empty or full?
Empty. You just collect beer cans, and that's a Hoosier.
We have about 50 of them.
Now here come you collect Playboys. I don't collect them. You just don't throw a Playboy away.
I use them.
It's like beer cans.
But I don't display them. Here, look at all my Playboys. They're in a box. They're in 4 boxes in my closet.
But
if you go into a house and there's a whole area of just stacked up beer cans. Here's my Fostis Lager from Australia. That's a Hoosier.
Fostis.
I think it'd be really funny to send your Playboy to get them like graded. Like send them.
I've
like,
tried to sell them. I said, you can have 4 boxes of
You're not
them.
gonna take
Give me
it. Like, this is like
$75.
a
That'd be your job.
Give me
This is a
$50.
PSA 8.
Give me $50. Give me $75. You can have every one of them. They go all the way back from 1994 to 2003. Take them all. $50, $75.
No one wants them.
Nobody will take
Grab
them.
your phone, turn on the internet, you'll get naked women. You don't have to pay for it.
Yeah, but these
somebody's
things,
old.
you pull up. Oh, here's the first Jenny McCarthy cover.
I don't think people have the same sentimentality towards it as you might have.
No.
Oh, here's Anna Nicole's last cover.
It was rare back then because that's about the only place you saw naked girls.
Yeah.
There was no internet. TV didn't have that.
But I don't know who throws away Playboys. You don't just read one. Yeah, nice. I love it.
Apparently,
in the
the
trash.
whole world threw
No, it's
them
not like
away.
National Enquirer where you're done reading it, throw it away. It's a Playboy. You don't throw them away.
Yes, they do.
I would really...
You're one of the only ones who didn't.
I would feel bad if nobody wants to buy them. They're in my closet. They're taking up space, 4 boxes. I'm just going to dump them in the trash. I couldn't bring myself to do that.
Well, the rest of the world did.
The EDF text inbox is exploding right now on Iggy's Hoosier clothing take. A man in a Missy Elliott coat screams Hoosier. You wear 3X. The texts are literally flying in. You wear 3XL polos and parachute pants on the golf course. Don't even get me started on wearing slippers into a professional workplace. You can't deny it. You can deny it all you want, but you are 1,000% a Hoosier.
Oh,
That's
my
from
ass.
Sister Catherine Patricia.
My ass.
Sister Cat said so. You have a butt plug on your mantle. Massive Hoosier. You bowl. Hoosier. You smoke cigarettes.
No, I quit.
Hoosier.
I quit bowling. It's not a Hoosier thing anyway. I know bowlers that are millionaires.
But you just said it's about the way you dress, not so much about where you live or the money you make. If you're like a millionaire, could you be a Hoosier?
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, you can.
Oh, I think so. Like John Daly's a Hoosier,
Right.
isn't he?
Yeah, big time.
More of
In a good
I
way.
think he's more of a redneck.
He's probably the world's best Hoosier.
Boy, now you're getting into Hoosier rankings.
The world's most lovable Hoosier.
I
for
said
sure.
the way you dress. A lot of people say if you live in St. Charles, you're a Hoosier.
No.
There's some wonderful homes and people that dress to the nines in St. Charles. It's the way you dress.
There's some of the most beautiful houses in the entire St. Louis area in St. Charles.
Yeah. And not just once. I'm not saying, a guy shows up, he's got a blue jean jacket on, a Hoosier. No. But if that's how you dress every day.
A jean jacket's Hoosier?
No, if you've got acid wash jeans and a jean jacket and a bandana on or something, and you wear that every day, that's your everyday wear, Hoosier. If you just go out looking like that one time, oh, he's a Hoosier. No, but if that's how you dress, you don't know any better. If you go to a wedding and that's how you look, you're a Hoosier because that's how you think you're supposed to dress all the time. That's your upbringing. You're a Hoosier.
No one wants your crusty magazines, Iggy. That's from Holly's Hills.
I've never jerked in a Playboy.
I don't even know how to respond to that kind of statement.
Well, they always say that, too. That doesn't make any sense, crusty. Who's actually doing it into the magazine? No.
Some people can't control their love.
Man, that is this topic, Doug.
Well,
how high are you right now?
Jesus loves the little children.
You better cut yourself.
All
just
the
in case
little
you get out.
children of the
with all the
world.
fog and the cold weather coming, maybe people should head over to Family Golf and Learning Center.
Guys, way to get us back on track.
Plaza, can I hear a little about Family Golf and Learning Center?
I feel bad for Jackson. He's like
No.
babysitting us now.
We're all in this
If you're looking to shave strokes, the weather is, Doug, I would describe it as tolerable.
Sure. I think you could play today.
Today and tomorrow, going out to Family Golf. That's the place to go. FamilyGolfOnline.com. And when the weather goes back to being cold for the next few months, you can still play on their indoor simulators at Family Golf. They have leagues, they have skins games, they have the whole thing there for you. And they have a short game area so you can practice during the winter, or when it's cold, you can go inside to a place called the Scoring Lab. Family Golf and Learning Center provides individual golf lessons and camps for clinics for adults and juniors. Enjoy lunch or dinner on the terrace of the Back Nine Bar and Grill. Go to FamilyGolfOnline.com for more information or to sign up. I love that short game area. It's the best where you shave strokes. It's FamilyGolfOnline.com.
I almost fell off my stool.
When you get service like you get over at Munganast, Doug, you also might fall off your stool. I mean, how great is the partnership that we have with Munganast?
It's been fantastic. They've got me driving that Toyota Highlander now, brand new. Gosh, this is a great SUV. If you're in the market for an SUV, you have to test drive the Toyota Highlander. It is fantastic. It's got 3 rows of seats. Of course, you can fold up that back row and have lots of storage area. It's quiet. You don't even know the car is on. It's great gas mileage. It's comfortable. It's got all the bells and whistles. That's at Alton Toyota's where you'd get that.
Oh, you want to get serviced? Oh, wow. Hey, in and out in an hour. Oh, wow. Best prices in town. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all.
And the waiting room is great. They've got the big, huge TV and treats. There are people who aren't even getting their cars worked on go to that waiting room and say, "This is nice."
I remember Clayton took me. Yeah, Clayton took me to that and gave me a pack of Skittles, a drink, a bag of chips.
Sure,
I was
you're living like a king.
I said, I hope my car's damaged. I want to stay here a couple more hours.
You can do the same thing if you go check out our friends over at Munganast Alton Toyota, Munganast Acura, Jamie Burkhart, Clayton Patterson, Peter Munganast. Go check them out for a new car, pre-owned car, get your car serviced. That's Munganast. They're a presenting sponsor of the end of the year listener awards. And right now, we have a little piece of audio from our friend Chris Raby, kind of previewing the worst take of the year nominees.
Oh, okay.
All right, Jackson has the nominees for the worst take, parentheses, Smith of the year.
Worst take. Original. And the nominees are...
The first nominee is Big Dallas Daddy.
I think we came super close. Just a sec. I want to tell Big Dallas Daddy who keeps...
What's going on? What's going on?
He's about to get blocked, Jackson.
What's going on? I don't even know who's Big Dallas Daddy. Is this in the text?
Oh, my God. Bring back Learn for the love of golf. I'm bored. Big Dallas Daddy. Where's TMA? Is this the golf channel? We're over in Creve Coeur. Black polish would be best. Get your shine box, Big Dallas Daddy, and bring your ass over here and shine my shoes.
You want Big Dallas Daddy to bring a shine box over?
You know, that's the thing.
You
It's
mean
interesting.
hold your jewelry?
You hold my watch. You know, it's unbelievable how stupid some of the people are.
Number 2 in the category, what do we have?
Caller had them.
Listen, I emailed jackson.burkett@gmail.com 4 times.
It's not my email.
To get a promo code so I can make sure I got a team for the Dodo.
Well, there is no promo code. You just get on there and register.
Also not my email.
Well, I emailed that email 4 times.
It's not
and
his
I didn't
email.
reply.
It's you can email it 400 times. He's not going to get it. It's not his email address.
How is that not his email address?
Because he's got a different one.
Well, what is his email address?
Business, none of yours.
Oh. I'm going to... hello?
Yes.
Mr. Licks.
Mr. Licks is not happy with a variety of things. Can we have an honest conversation about the restaurant scene in St. Louis and the fact that there are only about 2 good restaurants in the entire area? This city is trash, and people don't realize it because they've never traveled west of Missouri or east of the Mississippi. Thanks. That's from Mr. Licks.
The problem
That's
Has this Licks cuck ever been to Ponderosa? Thanks. That's from the 314. Licks is a D-bag. That's from Jonathan Titsworthy.
Yeah, he is.
Guys, I've seen DJ and Paulina dining at Bush's Grove when they were summering in St. Louis last month. That's from Don Hoffman. That's Jackson's guy, Don Hoffman.
Shout out to Don.
Not sure if Licks is rich or not, but I'm positive he's a massive douche. That's from Arbor Day.
Yeah,
Mr. Licks is back. Plowsy, I do travel west of 270, but only to get to Spirit.
Biff rounds out the list.
Hockey night in Canada tomorrow as the Blues take on the Leafs on the heels of a disappointing evening in Montreal. But let's head on over to Ontario and see if we can right the ship. Joining us right now, a man who lost $12,000 on the affair, Biff, with 2 Fs.
Morning, Biff.
Hey, man.
How you doing?
What's the word?
Well, yeah, it was what you'd call a lock, except for that last 8 seconds where they scored that goal with 8 seconds to go, right?
Yeah, that smarted, didn't it? That hurt a little.
Wide's got you.
But that's okay. I'm up on hockey overall this year.
So you're fine with losing $12,000. This isn't going to impact you.
No, I'm up on hockey this year.
How much are you up, baby? How much are you up?
Oh, overall for the year? Yep. Oh, several thousand, but it was a lot better until last night. Yeah.
I would think last night might have put a dent in it.
Did you read the record of Montreal before last night?
is.
Mm.
Worst take
I
of
would
the
like
year.
to say that
Kind of gives you chills.
we had the
Content is so brilliant.
multimedia.
I thought Ravi should have gotten in there as a
how is he
nominee
not
as
a
well.
nominee?
We all voted on the nominees, and he.
Well, I was confused on that text.
Well,
his
Ravi
name didn't come
sometimes
up
works
once.
here.
Right.
Well, he fills in.
That counts.
I don't think so. I'm not sure he gets paid.
That clap from like two people.
Well, if you wanted him in there, you should have voted for him.
Well, I told you I was confused with that text. I was sleeping anyway.
Oh, I did love the start of that
It was
text.
3 in the afternoon.
I'm napping. Is this important or something like that?
It was pretty confusing. It was, who do you think ought to be the finalist for the award?
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking properly. I said, whatever you guys vote on.
Well, there were some snubs. We've talked about the snubs, but anytime you're going to have an award show, people are going to get snubbed.
But
And
the
if you
thing
don't like
about it
bring
is
it better next
this
year.
can make or break a listener's career.
Right.
The next radio show offer is likely to come to those who walk out of there with some hardware.
Billings, Montana.
And,
Right.
and the wife's going, well, if you don't win this,
Yeah, don't even
it's
bother
over.
coming home.
Yeah.
Like, the divorce is on the line.
Yeah, I think Henshin was probably snubbed. I mean, his texts aren't good.
Well, we have a
But he
worse.
texts often.
But he texts in a lot.
Well, volume doesn't necessarily get you the nomination.
Yeah, if that's the case, it's nobody we want to hang out with.
You can be a bit player in a lot of movies. You're not going to win an Oscar.
Right.
Well, it's true.
IMDb stacked doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to leave with some hardware. Like Daniel Day-Lewis has been in like 10 movies in the last 25 years. He's got 3 Oscars.
No, he just picks good scripts.
Yeah, and he's a damn good actor at that. Speaking of Lincoln, he portrayed Lincoln.
He sure did.
Yeah.
Did you see that movie?
Oh, yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah. I mean, for what? It's a 3-hour historical drama.
I was hoping it'd be a little bit more about his life.
Like
and when he
early
went through
life?
with the Civil War and everything, instead of just a congressional battle.
Yeah.
And then it's Mary Todd. And here comes Mary Todd.
What I'd say about biopics, Doug, is I prefer them to focus on one part of the subject's life as opposed to trying to do the whole life thing, because I feel like you never hit on everything.
I don't know, but his whole life was so interesting.
It's fascinating, but that would be better served as like a 10-part miniseries on HBO.
Yeah, I'd
doing
watch
it
that too.
1 through 10 as opposed to one 3-hour movie trying to fit all that in.
Now, I liked it, but I'm sure it got panned as a terrible movie. But Star 80.
Star 80. I'm unaware of the film.
Was that the Playboy Centerfold?
Yeah, Dorothy Stratton. And
Getting back to porn.
I think Margot Hemingway or Mariel Hemingway played it, and Eric Roberts played the dude.
Yeah.
But it was the whole thing. It started with her as a youngster, how Eric Roberts found her, took pictures of her, got her in Playboy, and then became obsessed with it and went all through her career, how she was dating Peter Bogdanovich all the way up to him killing her. So that was a whole
Peter
life story.
Bogdanovich killed her?
No, Peter Bogdanovich was dating Dorothy Stratton when Paul Schaefer killed her.
Paul from the David Letterman show?
No, his name was Paul Schaefer, I think.
A great...
Paul Snyder. But it went from the beginning.
Apologies to Paul Schaefer.
Sorry, Paul.
Yeah, I thought the
And
band
Dana
director
Ash.
shot her and got away with it, apparently.
Hey, Dave, here's a song for you. We're back from a break. Da-da-da-da. Hey, everybody. Paul Schaefer. What a douche.
Oh.
Well, we're coming up on the 40-year anniversary of Star 80, so...
Are we?
Yeah, 1983.
It's fresh in everybody's mind.
You know what's another good porn movie is...
It wasn't a porn movie.
Well, I meant a porn biopic or whatever. Wonderland. Have you seen that?
Yeah, it's Johnny Holmes.
John Holmes, kind of his life, about his, porn career and then his, drug habits. And then obviously it gets into that, gruesome murder. But it is a really good movie. I love that movie.
Boogie Nights, Dirk Diggler is based on John Holmes.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of the karate stuff and all the taking yourself really, really seriously even though you're doing 80s porn. That Elvis biopic was nice. That's from the Through and Through.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks ruined it.
Disagree.
I started watching that, and then I kind of stopped.
I liked it a lot.
The
I
Tom
wasn't
Hanks
into
thing killed me. And I love Tom Hanks. A lot of my top movies are his, but
Yeah, I didn't
holy jumping.
What didn't you like?
I didn't like...
his entire character, and I get like that probably a little bit of persona that trying to be portrayed. I didn't know the guy who was
Colonel Parker.
Again, this is the 50s, but wow, he took away. It wasn't an Elvis movie at one point with the Tom Hanks fat suit. Like literally, it took over the movie at the beginning, so it was a little too much.
I mean, there's been so many Elvis movies. God, stop.
I feel, Baz Luhrmann directed this new Elvis movie.
I don't know who that is.
He is an Australian director who has a very distinct style. And the movie, I mean, Doug, you saw it.
Style of directing.
Like,
cut.
It's
print.
Well, there's a lot more to it. There's a lot more to it. And like you watch a Wes Anderson or Quentin Tarantino movie, you know it's theirs because of their style. But Baz Luhrmann's very stylistic, and the way he told that story, I just never felt an emotional connection to any of the characters. And that was another example of going over a full length of someone's life. You never really dig into the meat of it. That's just my take.
Oh, I thought it was a terrific movie.
Here's a take.
Tom Hanks is bad in it.
Elvis is overrated.
Oh, you son of a so-and-so.
I don't know.
One of the great voices
He's the
in music.
biggest star probably in the history of music.
In terms of
Michael Jackson.
what he has come out with, it's not a huge catalog.
It's not very small either. It's pretty.
It is too.
Overrated to what he is. He's fantastic. In terms of his voice is very unique. I love the personality. We kind of went with the jive band back in the day when not a lot of people were kind of his stature were doing that. And I get all that. It's just we're in the catalog of absolute great hits. There's just not a ton of them. There is some. It just for where he is at stature-wise in some people's list to what he has come out with. I guess it's to me. I just don't. I don't know. It's just not my style of music either. So maybe that's
you may
also
not like
part
his
of the
music,
problem.
but he's not overrated.
Well, I said he was a legend and a Hall of Famer. You could still be overrated and be really good. It's just he's putting on that pedestal with 8 different movies and documentaries about him. I just don't think there's enough there.
I think he's the biggest star in the history of music.
Yeah, it's him.
Really?
It's just him. Or Michael Jackson.
I don't even. Yeah, he's well surpassed Michael Jackson. I think.
I don't know.
He was a big
don't know
movie star.
about-
Every movie he made was a big hit. I mean, he was just the biggest thing going for 10 or 12 years. And just when he hit it big, the Beatles came, and the style of music kind of changed. And that's when he went to Hollywood and started making movies. So he lost kind of the prime of his career. He was in Hollywood making some cheesy movies that were still popular, but they were pretty cheesy movies, instead of being in the studio all the time cranking out. But he has a ton of big hits. Sirius XM Radio has a Elvis station that they run Elvis music all day long, and you'd recognize many of those as his hits.
Right, again,
If
it
it's
could be
not
a
your
Bill
style of
Russell
music,
take.
it
I
isn't.
just don't like the style of music. Obviously, I wasn't around in the 50s.
Well,
I
it
don't
was
know.
more than just the 50s. He was clear into the 70s and 80s.
His
It was
comeback.
70s at least. When did he die? Late 70s, early 80s?
Elvis died.
I don't think it was in the
I want to
80s.
say late 70s, 79.
It might have been
77.
77.
August 16th,
Okay.
1977 in Graceland, Memphis.
And he was still
Remember
huge when he died.
Yeah, he just got done playing Vegas, I think. I remember where we were. We were down at Jimmy Lipsett's parents' house in the Ozarks.
Yeah, I think everyone
We were
will
on
tell
the-
you right where they were when they heard
We were on the
over
tennis court.
on the
We were
radio.
playing tennis.
Jimmy
Yeah.
Lips.
And they came out and said, Elvis just died.
Yeah. Most people that age could tell you exactly where they were when they heard that.
See, Tom Hanks is probably one of the 5 greatest actors, certainly one of the greatest actors of our generation. When was the last time you really liked a Tom Hanks movie?
I've liked most of them. Saving Private Ryan, I loved.
Right. I'm saying when was the most recent one? 'Cause he's-
Castaway.
Castaway for me, too.
That
I
was the
think.
last one?
Yeah, I think
And he
so.
didn't do any talking. That's how you know you're good when you... Did he win the Academy Award? I know he was up for it.
Wait, Captain
But
Phillips
half of the
is
movie,
really
he didn't talk until halfway through the movie.
Toy
Captain
Story.
Phillips is incredible.
Yeah, Captain Phillips is
so
really
since
good.
2000, since Castaway has made Catch Me If You Can, Plowsies, The Polar Express, Da Vinci Code, Charlie Wilson's War.
Da Vinci Code I liked.
Yeah. Toy
The one
Story
where he
3.
played Mr. Rogers was pretty good.
Yeah, that one was pretty. Captain Phillips, I think a lot of people would say was
Yeah.
their favorite since his most recent favorite. I don't know. I love Tom Hanks, but he was huge in the 90s and early 2000s after that.
Well, he is 66 now, so he's slowed down. He's
America's Dad.
Bachelor Party.
Yeah, he's probably made $1 billion.
What,
You ever
saving?
seen Bachelor Party?
Uh-uh.
That was one of his earlier ones where
It
he
was
was
right after Splash.
was a comedic.
Was it before Turner and Hooch?
Yeah. It was before Turn, who was before the Money Pit.
Tony Katayan was in that.
Hawk needs to watch the comeback show where he is in black leather.
That's what I was talking about, the comeback show. It's one of the best TV specials ever made.
I remember that was the movie talked about that, I do believe, a little bit.
Yeah.
Elvis had 114 top 40 hits. That's unbelievable.
Yeah. How many more do you want from the guy?
More overrated, Plowsy, Bill Russell or Elvis Presley?
I think they're tied for first, honestly. It'd be hard to pick between the two.
Yeah, I think if the dais was allowed to get awards, your bad takes would be up there.
I just don't
said
understand.
Taylor Swift has no talent.
Well, if it's somebody that
Well,
came
that
before
one I
you-
stand behind. I'll put my feet in cement with that one.
If it's somebody who came before your time, before you were there to appreciate the impact that he had on society, I could see where you would think that he's underrated. Just like people of Iggy and my age just missed out on the Frank Sinatra craze, where he was the big star in America.
Yeah, but I wasn't alive during, Rolling Stones, the Beatles, that, and Michael Jackson. I was just an infant. The only way I know Michael Jackson is the bad Michael Jackson version, where hanging blanket over the railway, and that's when the Neverland Ranch first started to become a big topic. So, to me, Michael Jackson has a bad taste, and so it's not like just because I wasn't alive, I can't appreciate it. I can appreciate it. It just that style of music, but I guess I wasn't around at the time period to, how big of a change it was.
Well, it also depends on what was being played in your household. Because my dad, when he got up to go to work, always put on either Sinatra, Tony Bennett, Sarah Vaughan, something like that. So I grew up with my sisters listening to K-She, so I grew up on rock, and then my dad playing the crooners, which I loved and grew up on. So I'm a fan of all of that because I grew up listening to it, even though it was kind of past my era where I wasn't living in the 40s or 50s where Sinatra was a huge hit. But still playing his music. I got to hear that and enjoyed it and became a fan of it. But it was not in my era, so to say. So you just have to listen to things, and then you know whether you like something or not.
You know what I like? Dent Express.
Oh,
give
Ray
it
Wilson.
Give it to us.
Well, everybody does who needs a little work on their car. They've got hassle-free dent repair services there at Dents Express. Call on Dents Express for that hassle-free dent repair and more. They have 5 ARC-certified paintless dent repair technicians right there on staff. Get free evaluations and written quotes from your insurance carriers. They will file the paperwork for you to give you some extra peace of mind. They'll also provide paint protection film, ceramic coatings, vinyl wraps, gently massage the hail damage out of your vehicle and restore its original appearance. They've got 2 locations. They got one on Manchester in West County, about a mile west of 270, and they got one on Hughes Lane in St. Charles. Go see Gray. It'll make your day. That's Gray Wilson. The Wilson family has owned and operated Dents Express since the early 90s. Fantastic people, longtime sponsors. I've taken my car there. Did a great job with it. Their website is dentsexpressstl.com, and they tell me if you mention TMA, they'll knock 10% off the price.
Woo!
If you got minor body damage on your car, don't wait any longer to get it fixed. You'll be happy that you went to Dents Express.
And if you're not feeling all yourself, if you're feeling a little down, a little sluggish, maybe go check out the fine folks over at Mentality.
Check out Mentality today at lowtusa.com. Go to lowtusa.com. Decreased mental acuity, attention span, and stress can cause focus issues on even the most simple tasks. Belly fat, feeling bloated, and a lack of lean muscle and tone that used to be easy to get rid of or maintain. Low libido. If you're disinterested in your spouse or partner, it can cause relationship problems. Get it taken care of by going to lowtusa.com and working with Mentality. I went out there, and it could not have been easier. They could have been friendlier, and I was in and out in 15 minutes, got tested, and the normal range for testosterone is large. So if you've been to a doctor and they told you that you were normal without understanding the range, or testing for your free testosterone, it wasn't fully looked at, come get checked with Mentality. It is at lowtusa.com.
That's Mentality.
Still on the chair, but just barely.
I remember, I guess it would have been 63 maybe. I don't know, I was 6 years old. But I remember my dad coming home from the restaurant and calling my sisters and goes, "Yeah, I don't know if you girls have heard of this, some new band out. One of the customers brought it in. Here's an album if you want to listen to them. The Beatles.
Yeah.
First album.
Ooh, that's pretty awesome.
Didn't know who they were.
Right.
No.
So when did they come on the Ed Sullivan
63.
show? 63. They were on the Ed Sullivan show.
Yeah, with really long hair. About as long as our hair is right now.
And that
They had sideburns too. They were hippies.
Yeah. And that's why most of the adults thought it was shocking, because their hair was so long.
Right. But and then when did Elvis do that thing where he was shaking all about and it really got the people going?
That was earlier. That was in the late 50s, I think.
Gotcha. Yeah, so that was
So they were shocked when, like, was British music big in America?
No.
So that was completely new?
It was, yeah. And it was just a different style of music, too.
Right.
People hadn't really heard it.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I'd like to see. That's a cool piece of history. They need to make a really good Beatles biopic. That's what they need to do.
What was their first hit?
The Beatles? Hard Day's Night?
No.
Well, geez, I was born in 1998.
I Want to Hold Your Hand, I think.
Almost every song they came out with there at the beginning was a huge hit.
And I think that was the first one they released, I think.
There was that movie a few years ago about the Beatles where the guy who started singing their songs and everyone acted like they hadn't heard them and they thought he was a genius.
Yeah, that was...
What was the name of it?
Yesterday. That movie.
I thought it was pretty good.
I mean, it was fine. It was fine. I thought it was fine. They did have that Apple... not Apple. Did Disney Plus do it? No, maybe Apple did. Where it was just like 14 hours of them working on an album.
Yeah.
And it was, John Lennon's there with Yoko Ono, and you really got to, like, see the process. And it was claimed that they were, like, falling apart and weren't talking to each other, but they were really cool and just hanging out. And, like, you got to see, like, how integral Paul McCartney was to the whole thing. Like, he wrote the songs, and he was big into the music, and I really just enjoyed it. You just sit there and watch it. It's pretty cool. And the footage looks incredible.
You haven't watched that yet.
The Beatles were horrible. It's from the 314.
Oh,
bad take. You've officially come through with a bad take. Congratulations for the
Did you
bad
look
take.
up the Beatles?
Who said the Beatles were horrible?
The 314.
Well, at least
just a guy.
At least I don't feel as
It's the
bad
greatest
saying
band of all time.
Elvis is overrated.
Yeah, that's not as bad as take as saying that.
No, I'm not a huge Beatles fan. I like a lot of their work, but I'm not a huge fan.
Well, they haven't really been on the scene for
But even back then,
40
I
or
wasn't,
50
even
years.
back then, I wasn't a huge fan of the Beatles.
If you can make a half a billy off your music, I don't care.
Probably more than that.
Well, everybody
Probably
else
more
was a
now.
fan.
Well, their catalog, I think.
Their
is
catalog's
what it
probably
sold
worth
on.
$1 billion.
They sold their catalog to Michael Jackson, didn't they?
Yeah.
I think Michael Jackson bought it. I think he bought it and then sold it again. I think Apple might.
But he bought it.
Right. He definitely bought it.
I don't know. Paul McCartney might have bought some of it back.
I saw some story online just yesterday or the day before. It said John Lennon made $1 million this year off the music that he
Yeah. Because even if you sell your catalog, you still get royalties to it. Blackbird singing in the dead of night.
Bruce Springsteen just sold his catalog, I think, for $640 million.
Take these broken wings and learn to fly.
No, that wasn't a Beatles song, was it?
That's Blackbird. My favorite
okay.
Beatles song.
All
the
right.
White Album, I think.
Dude, $1 million could pay your mortgage for the year.
Who's getting that
buy
money?
a nice house, just cash.
What?
Who's getting that money? His estate?
Yeah, whoever he left in his will. Who you got? Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
Who's in your will?
Yoko Ono get all that money? I mean, he had Julian Lennon. Did he have any other kids?
It depends on who he left it to.
Right. It's all dependent on who they leave their money to. That's the sad thing. Like when these young artists die, which there's been too many in the past couple of years, is they're like, the parents get the money. And it's just brutal. Ugh, I feel so bad for it. We're going to close out the appliance discounters 8 o'clock hour, just a tad early right now, but we're going to come back with the Maggie O'Brien's 9 o'clock hour. It's the game in the Pine at one of the 2 locations, Sunset Hills in downtown. We're going to have JJ Twigs in studio. They're going to tell us about their Friday night pizza night special. Can't wait to hear about it.
Next?
That's all coming up next. On the other side of the break, you're listening to the Ryan Kelly Morning After live from the Michelob Ultra Studios.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan for Design Air Heating and Cooling. I am a very happy client. Design Air Heating and Cooling and Seth Goldcamp and his incredible staff, which you can find online at designairservice.com. Just go to the website, click on the Book Now tab, and any issues you may be having with your HVAC system, they will take care of immediately. The customer service, second to none. It's Design Air Heating and Cooling online at designairservice.com. Hey, this is Tim McKernan. I'm here with Ryan Kelly, and a lot of people are sitting there, Ryan, with that 2.5% interest rate. And so they need cash right now, but they don't want to mess with that first mortgage. Well, you have a solution for them here with a home equity line of credit.
Absolutely. Folks got a great rate over the last few years, but they know they have equity, and they could really use that home equity now to get caught up on bills and just to get through the month. And that's why the home equity line of credit is a perfect product. Visit thehomeloanexpert.com.
Okay. Hot takes.
Yeah.
Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini.
And now the Pepperoncini Show with Darren Atkins and Ken Stroh. All right, take it, fellas.
There it is. That's the open.
Pepperoncini.
Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini.
We don't know what it is. We don't understand the name. We just know it's stupid. and it's available every weekday, featuring Iggy and the Plowboy. Apparently it's some kind of a podcast or something. Available at TMASTL.com and on the TMA STL mobile app. Whatever.
Nothing says barbecue like Naven's Barbecue. Whether it's lunch, dinner, or a family gathering, Naven's Barbecue has an extensive menu for any palate. From slow-smoked Texas-style brisket to award-winning smoked chicken wings. All Naven's Barbecue is wood-smoked, and all their meat is from local and regional farmers. Follow them on Instagram and Facebook for daily specials and holiday meal packages. Stop by their location at the intersection of Grand and Arsenal in South City today for the best barbecue in the STL. Online at navensbbq.com. That's NAVINSBBQ.com.
This is Tim McKernan here to tell you about Sound Story. Holidays are quickly approaching, and if you are looking for the perfect gift to give, you can find it at mysoundstory.com. And this week, Sound Story gift cards are 20% off when you enter promo code GIFT at mysoundstory.com. With Sound Story, you have the choice of Doug Vaughn, Action Jackson, or myself to interview your mother, or your father, or your grandmother, or your grandfather, or yourself to record life stories and wisdom for all of your family. It's the kind of gift that you'll never regret giving. It's the rare gift that everyone will love, not just this year, but for years to come. Just go to mysoundstory.com to receive this holiday special discount of 20% off the cost of a Sound Story gift certificate by entering promo code GIFT. And you will be giving your family the gift of keeping your family's story saved forever. It's Sound Story. Promo code GIFT for 20% off this week at mysoundstory.com. Guess what? TMA is giving out end-of-the-year awards to TMA fans.
It's happening December 8th at Harpo's in Chesterfield.
And we'd like all of you to be there.
You think we're going to have an award for the most misshapen head?
Cool, man. Not cool. But maybe we'll do most translucent skin, though.
How about the most perverted show member with bleached blonde hair?
You talking about me?
Yeah.
Well, off.
You ashen sweet potato.
This award ceremony is more about the listeners. Best texter, best caller, best emailer, or maybe we'll point out the worst caller, and who should be Listener of the Year. It's the TMA End of the Year Awards, Thursday, December 8th at Harpo's in Chesterfield. By the way, former adult film actress Lisa Ann will be joining the event. Presented by Munganast St. Louis Acura and Munganast Alton Toyota. Better than ever for you, their customer. Who should win? Who will win? Who cares? Please bring a new and unwrapped toy for Annie's Hope on behalf of our good friend Jay Randolph Jr. And you get in for free.
My head's not that.
I've never been
blonde hair costs
I'm getting tanner. My hair's
Find out more at TMASTL.com.
Whoever said there's nothing new under the sun hasn't been to the new Press restaurant, located near Jefferson and 44 next to the Lucky Accomplice, and features the soon-to-be famous Smash Pizza. What's a Smash Pizza? It's a pizza stuffed with toppings, pressed, then topped with even more local farm ingredients. Located just 5 minutes from our baseball, hockey, and soccer venues, Press is open Thursday through Monday with daily specials 4 to 6, and they can cater your business lunch or dinner, with delivery available on Postmates and Uber Eats. Who says there's nothing new under the sun? Check out the new Press restaurant today.
Hey, it's Jackson for Rosalita's. TMA listeners know that's always a great time to gather at Rosalita's. Why not start off with a happy hour Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 p.m.? Enjoy happy hour specials including $3 off of appetizers like the wildly popular carne con cerveza, marinated steak cooked to order and served on a sizzling skillet. The patio is heated and covered, plus Rosalita's offers live music on Thursdays and mariachi every weekend. Check out rosalitascantina.com or visit the downtown or DePere location today. Time to get your fiesta on at Rosalita's.
Here's Action Jackson with 3 more ways to get TMA content.
Get the TMA mobile app and enable notifications so you don't miss a thing. See our content on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Stream us on the TMA mobile app and at TMASTL.com.
Thanks, Jackson. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After on 105.7 FM HD2.
Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPNT FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day. Now, back to the Ryan Kelly Morning After.
KPNT FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis.
Cab driver, once more round the block. Never mind the ticking of the clock.
Isn't this nice?
Only wish we
Jazzy little tune there, Doug.
It's great. Mills Brothers again.
Cab driver, once more round the block. Cab driver, once more down the street. Do, 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 do. There's place we used to eat. That's where I laid my future at her feet. Cab driver.
Welcome back to the Ryan Kelly Morning After. Broadcasting live from the Michelob Ultra Studios. You are listening to the Maggie O'Brien's 9 o'clock hour. Catch the game in the pint at one of the two locations in Sunset Hills and downtown. Text on in the EDF text inbox 314-881-TMA5. Call on in 636-900-4TMA, the Steve Schmidt Key of North County phone lines. And on those very phone lines, we have Trish Wolf, real estate to the stars.
Sure she is.
Real estate agent to the stars. How are you, Trish?
Good morning. I'm doing well. How about you guys?
Oh, we're fine.
Doing outstanding. Trish, we're going to Jamaica. We're not going to Hedo, but we're going to Jamaica at the end of January. And maybe some tips, maybe how to avoid sunburn, how to enjoy our vacation to the maximum, since you have been to Jamaica many times.
Oh, my gosh. You guys are so funny because you just, like, tee it up for me. You know, so I do have some advice on sunburn. Funny you would ask this. You know, after last week, my husband gets off. I get off. My husband's like, you know, what are you going to talk about? Are they going to ask about hedonism every time you're on the air? I'm like, you know, they might. They might. Yeah. And you know, so he's like, well, you better have a decent story. But I tell you what, the last thing I wanted to tell you guys about hedonism was that we were walking to a sailing lesson, and that's a whole nother story, but we're walking to our sailing lesson, and there's this huge guy out on the beach, and he I guess he was probably left there from the night before, honestly. Like, he looked like he had washed up with the tide.
He was dead?
And he's just like this, he could have been.
Oh.
He was this gigantic, pale, hairy man on the beach wearing nothing but just sandals.
Oh.
And we're walking to the sailing lesson, and I'm like, you know, yeah, is he dead? What's up with this guy? I had my towel, and I'm like, you know, the sun is hot. It's like 11 o'clock in the morning. I went over, and I just gently, like, covered up his junk because I was like, somebody's got to do this a favor. Because what's going to happen to this guy? Well, thank God I did that. I tell you, because we got back from our sailing lesson like probably 5 or 6 hours later, and this guy was still on the beach. No one had helped him. No one had woken him up. And he was as red as, like, redder than a tomato. Like, he looked like his skin was just going to start bleeding. And he was not dead. Later that night, we saw him at karaoke singing, sitting on the dock of the bay. He was so burnt and nasty and painful looking. So my advice is, don't drink so much that you pass out on the beach at night and lay in the sun all day. So that will help. That'll help you guys. Don't drink too much.
Yeah, there it is. Nice. That's a nice little tip for us in Jamaica. But do you have any St. Louis real estate tips for us? We can get both. I mean, this will be a very fortuitous call.
I'm an all-in-one package here. Yeah. So,
awesome.
You know, in St. Louis, I've been reading all the sensational headlines. I'm sure everybody else has, you know, that we're in a declining market. And that's, you know, not to be debated. We are in a declining market. But in St. Louis, it's a little bit different. You know, we're not experiencing this huge, crazy crash that they might be having out in California or different parts of the country. You know, it really goes pocket to pocket, neighborhood to neighborhood. So when if you're looking for a realtor, you really want somebody with local experience. You know, I was looking at our numbers, and I think by the end of the year, the Wolfpack is going to have sold right around 130 houses, bought and sold 130 houses this year.
Very
so
nice.
yeah, even in the declining market, we've had a really successful year. Next year, you know, who knows what's going to hold, but yeah, you really want a good strategy. You want somebody local who's got experience. You know, the average realtor only sells less than 6 houses a year. So, you know, that knowledge and that experience is really going to be crucial to maximize whether you're buying or selling next year. So I'd encourage everybody to give us a call because you want somebody in your corner who's gonna fight for you and get you the best deal or get you that best house, and we can do it.
That's right. 314-807-WOLF. Trish, what are the other ways these our fine listeners can find you?
Yeah, they can find me on any social medias, all of them, YouTube, Facebook, you name it, at Trish Wolf Realtor, and then my website, trishwolf.com.
That's awesome. Thank you, Trish, as
Very
always.
nice.
Appreciate you coming on with us.
Yeah, I'll see you guys at Harpo's on the 8th.
Can't wait.
That'd be great.
Can't wait.
Thanks,
Trish. That's Trish Wolf of the Wolf Pack. In addition,
Boy, she must really be good. If the average is selling 6 houses and she sold Her company, 123, she said?
Trish is outstanding.
Yeah.
You know what else is outstanding is the great Mark Hanna. I work with them. A bunch of our listeners work with them. Paul Boy, can I hear a little bit about our friend, the great Mark Hanna?
I need a Mark Hanna call. Told him that. Said I need a Mark Hanna call. It's like a cleanse for me.
Oh,
and
a colonic?
Preferably. And, yeah, that's right. And I'll just get off the phone and I'll feel better about the world. 314-889-0503 or go online at evergreenstl.com. And I want to tell the people this. You need a financial advisor. I don't care if you're sitting there going, I don't have any money. You need to have a plan. And once you have a plan, then you have peace of mind that you're doing something to improve your situation, not just in the short term, but the long term. 314-889-0503 or go online at evergreenstl.com. That's Mark Hanna, Evergreen Wealth Strategies.
Look here, everybody.
That was a bad edit.
The pizza's here. The pizza's here.
We got Alex from JJ Twigs is in the building. Iggs, why don't you go sit over in...
Yeah, she's one of my favorite people, by the way. She's fantastic.
Thanks.
Alex, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
Oh, the pizza smells
Wow.
good.
It smells incredible.
We were really dragging, and then we smelled the pizza, and we kind of got our
came to
extra
life.
boost of energy. Absolutely.
Yeah, what do we got in there?
So today I brought, this is our cheeseburger pizza.
Okay, there we
Cheeseburger
go.
pizza.
That'll work.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that looks incredible.
It's called the Wimpy. It's ketchup
that.
and mustard with fresh hamburger from LeGrand's.
Now, Wimpy was on Popeye.
Yes,
You know, I
thank
said,
you, Doug. Thank you for getting that right away.
if I can have a
appreciate
hamburger
that.
today, I'll pay you on Tuesday for a
Oh,
hamburger
that
today.
guy.
That was
Exactly.
Wimpy. Yeah.
And then Iggy's favorite, double-decker sausage pepperoni.
Oh,
So-
look at that.
I know that's always...
Doug's
Iggy
sausage
gets-
pizza.
Iggy gets what he wants.
Nice.
Oh, that looks
The
outstanding.
hamburger one looked great.
Yes.
Now-
Yeah, Posey, I thought you might like that
Of
one.
course. I like it all.
Just getting all on my mic here. You're good, baby. You're good. JJ Twigs, Southampton, is our Friday night pizza night partner.
yes.
And Alex, can you tell us a little bit about the special for this week? Because I'm to understand that there's a very special thing we're doing here today.
Yeah, so you guys are actually going to help me create the special right now
Really?
on air. We're going to kind
Whoa.
of progressively do it. So I have some
Nice.
cheat sheets for you guys.
Okay.
Tim is not here, so Jackson's going to do two.
Sweet.
That one's for you, that one's for you, and that one's for you. So when you guys created your pizzas, and we did the 12-inch thin crust for 10 and 12-inch double-decker for 12, that went really well. Your listeners really liked that.
Did they?
So we're going to create the pizza now, so the listeners' special, their fate is in your hands right now.
Oh,
so
wow.
we're going to start with Jackson, and he's
Okay.
going to pick one sauce, and
All
that's
right.
where we're going to start.
So my options are pizza sauce, barbecue sauce, garlic, cream sauce, ranch, and olive oil and garlic.
Oh, you got a lot of pressure.
I'm a classic guy.
Are you?
I'm a classic guy, and I'm going to stick to my guns. I'm just going to go pizza sauce. Red
Yeah, I
pizza
like
sauce is my choice. That might be bland to some, but it's what I'm going to go with. I think you guys have incredible pizza sauce.
Well,
I've had
thank
the
you.
pizza
Yeah, made fresh every
a bunch,
day.
and so when you have a real quality tomato sauce, it makes a difference. So I'm going to go pizza sauce.
Okay, so we're starting with pizza sauce as the base. Next up is Plowsy. Plowsy only gets to pick the cheese because if not, he would just try to make a Joya.
Dude, funny was I was going to try to lean towards more of the Joya sauce, but I understand the traditional as Jackson is. Now I have Provel, cheddar, feta, and blue cheese, all of which I am a huge fan of. I'm a big cheese guy. I'm a Packers fan, so I know a lot about cheese.
Cheesehead.
Now, I know Provel is very traditional. I get that that's very popular, but I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to put a little cheddar cheese on that.
Oh, I like this. I like this a
I got
lot.
to put a little
Alright,
cheddar on
so
that.
this will be in addition to mozzarella. So you'll always have mozzarella, and we're going to
course.
add some cheddar.
I
Okay,
love
so
that.
we have pizza sauce, mozz, cheddar.
All right.
Now Doug is going to choose the meat.
Oh, you're the
good
meat
call.
guy, Doug.
It says
good. Well
Italian
done, Alex.
sausage, hamburger, pepperoni, Canadian bacon, bacon, or chicken. I was torn between the Italian sausage and chicken.
I like
chicken so much.
Don't throw chicken on there.
I'm going to say chicken.
Good for you,
I
Doug.
think it goes well with
That's
the
what I love.
cheddar, though, as well.
Chicken goes well with everything.
Yeah, I actually don't mind
really
the
like our
play,
pie
Doug.
so
I don't
far.
mind the play.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have pizza sauce, mozz and cheddar, chicken. Next up is Jackson. He gets to pick the veggie.
Ugh, there's a ton of pressure on here because I have a lot of options. I got mushroom, onion, red onion, green pepper, black olive, green olive, artichoke, pineapple, banana pepper, pepperoncini, and jalapeno.
I have three. I have my
Pepperoncini's
top
out there.
three in my head already. I'm
Man,
hoping
so the
Jackson-
safe play I think is onion. That's one of my favorite toppings on
Sure.
pizza. My adventurous play, which I love on pizza every time, is pineapple.
Oh, really?
Oh, I love pineapple on pizza. And so far, I think we have the makings of a really good pizza. I'm going to put pineapple on there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to some people. I think a lot of people are going to love it. I think we have a very adventurous pizza so far. I'm going to stick with the adventurous side and go pineapple.
Okay, so we have
I hope he did
pizza
the
sauce.
pepperoncinis.
Pizza sauce, mozz and cheddar, chicken, pineapple, and
What's Iggy picking?
Iggy gets to pick
He's got his head. You're
a
upset.
meat or a
Eeyore's
veggie.
upset by something.
If he gets to complete this masterpiece.
Oh,
you
so
guys
meat
are
or a
creating.
veggie. This
Yes.
is
He
huge.
gets
So it
the-
could be
he's-
bacon.
Nothing at JJ Twigs is bad.
Right,
But
that's
we're
right.
putting this pizza together, which right now sucks.
No, it doesn't.
I want to eat
Cheddar
it right
cheese,
now.
chicken, pineapple.
Oh, yeah, it sounds outstanding.
I
I'm
think it
gonna order
sounds
one right
really
now.
good. Yes,
I'll
I
have
am
one.
in on
We want
this.
people to buy this.
I'll have 2 slices, please.
So be careful with
I'll
this
take
choice.
3, Doug.
Yeah, I don't know what goes with those 3.
Bacon.
Anything.
What are your
Onion,
choices?
bacon,
He gets
jalapeno.
he had all the choices that you and Jackson
Yeah.
had.
Bacon or
Any
jalapeno,
meat
I
or
think
any
It'd be
is a
fire,
great
Plowsy.
play.
Yeah, it'd be fire.
Yeah, just because I don't like it. I'm just going to add something I don't like. I'm going to throw pepperoncinis on
Let
there.
go.
All right. Hey,
There you go.
that's not a.
I like a little
Okay.
sweet and a little spice.
I think that's
Spicy.
great.
Nice
I think
little play.
I think we got a great little
We'll
pie
call
here.
it the Joyas.
I'm
Well,
coming in this week and buying.
I was toying around with a name this morning because you guys are taking a big trip soon, right?
That's right.
Oh.
Jamaica. That's even better for my
So I'm
pineapple
really
play.
looking forward to it.
Okay. And Iggy, you are indeed going,
I
correct?
have no choice now.
He's upset about it. He
He's
doesn't want to
very
go on this
distraught.
tropical
That's what I've
vacation in
heard.
January.
You want to go in my place?
That's what I've heard.
Forcefully committed is what we like to call it.
You can run the pizza shop and I'll go to Jamaica. That's not a bad
I'll eat all the
trade,
profits.
I wouldn't trust it.
So I was thinking Jamaican me nervous.
I love it.
Oh, not bad.
I love it.
Especially
Not
now with
bad
the
at all.
toppings.
With
we
the
have.
pineapple
Yeah, it
now,
works.
my play has been confirmed.
It works. Your listeners do not have to order that by name.
Sure.
If they want to, they can. It will just be ask for the TMA special. You will get your pizza with pizza sauce, mozz cheddar, chicken, pineapple, and peppercini.
Oh, what a pizza.
Why don't we just
12
call
inch?
that the Jamaica Mistake?
Okay. Zing.
It'll be
Look,
a
it's
12
not
inch.
JJ Twig's fault. You put this thing together.
It'll be a 12-inch thin crust for $10. 12-inch double decker for $12. It's good
Oh.
for dine-in or carry-out today, Tuesday through Sunday at JJ
Awesome.
Twiggs, Southampton.
And if you've seen that double decker, the crust itself is worth the value. Not even alone the toppings.
Yeah, I'm going in
It
Friday
is.
for 2 double deckers, trust me.
Yeah, I'll be there Friday.
One Friday
too.
night, and then I love a second pizza cold, just warm it up in the microwave the next day. I love that.
I'm
Get
really
the
looking-
TMA special.
I'm really looking forward to enjoying this cheeseburger. I love cheeseburger pizza,
Yeah.
especially when they put ketchup. When you put ketchup and
Yeah.
mustard actually on it,
It's
I think it's
tasty.
really, really
Put
good.
ketchup and mustard on a pizza?
That's
Oh,
the best, Doug.
it's really
the
good.
Tastes like
best.
Really?
cheeseburger.
It's
And then
Yeah.
next
Never
week,
had
if I'm
that.
not mistaken, it's your anniversary. The JJ.
Oh yeah, no, our anniversary is Saturday. We're
Oh, that's
celebrating
awesome.
8 years.
8
Wow,
years.
that's
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
8
it's
years.
crazy. I can't believe it.
That's the Southampton location.
That's
8 years
correct,
it's
yeah.
on Southampton. Well, I'm going to have to come in, and I'll be in town Saturday. I'll come in and celebrate with a little TMA special. Plowsy is now going to enjoy some of the He has no shoes on. I want that to be known. He has no shoes
yeah,
on.
we actually were doing.
Very casual here without Tim.
Yeah, but please taste it and give us what your thoughts are, because I'm really looking forward
We
to
don't
it.
have napkins here, so we're going to use
You're going to use that.
You get the off the floor.
the Lemming style. He's
We're not on the
He's
floor.
barefoot,
Oh,
eating
he's
it
got the-
over the $25,000 console.
A big bite of the cheeseburger pizza.
I think maybe Lisa Ann should stay in your room in Jamaica. She could see you eating cold cuts off of the blankets.
Plaza, your thoughts on the pie?
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
Why
it
wouldn't it be?
smells incredible right here.
it sure
It's
does.
permeating
Oh,
my
wow.
nostrils.
It's so good.
So once again, the special is $10 for a 12-inch thin crust, and then $12 for the 12-inch double decker.
Correct.
Of the Jamaican me crazy, or just say the TMA special.
Jamaican me nervous.
Jamaican me nervous.
Yeah. But yes, just ask for the TMA special and we'll take care of you guys.
Outstanding. Well, we can't wait. So that's our Friday Night's Pizza Night sponsor, JJ Twiggs,
Okay,
Southampton. Thank you to Alex for coming on in. That was
Thank you,
fun. That was
guys.
a lot of
Thank
fun.
you for having me.
Thanks
I
for the
appreciate
anniversary.
it.
Alice is
coming
one of
up.
my favorite people.
Oh, thanks.
I see you every time I'm there. That means you know she's a hard worker.
Oh, yeah.
I am usually there.
That's awesome.
And
Thank
you'll
you
be in
so
Jamaica, and I'll be
Thanks
working for you.
having me, guys.
much. Alex from JJ Twiggs. everybody.
All right,
Thank you
Alex.
so
We
much.
love the pizza.
It's so
Thanks for coming in.
delightful. It's so good. I love the pizza we created, by the way, boys.
Yeah, big fan. I don't know why anyone could be down on it. I like pineapple on pizza. I'm a big fan.
Oh, my God.
I don't think I've ever had it.
This is now the portion of the show where
I've
we all
heard
just
about
eat.
it, of course.
Yeah, well, we might as well. We're out of topics.
We're not
Right?
out of
We're out of
topics.
I
topics?
don't know.
We're not out of time. Well, I got
What,
some
that
audio.
pizza- that
Some
pizza-
audio fun.
Oh, yeah.
That looks good, Iggy. What was that one?
That's a double decker.
Yeah, that does look good.
I can't put my headphones on.
Yeah, well, don't worry about the radio show. Just eat.
That was one of the effort to get the headphones on and not get any pizza on you. We got a little piece of audio fun here that I cut. Giannis Antetokounmpo, two-time Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I'm sure there's an NBA.
That's right.
You've never heard of him?
It's a good clip.
He's the undisputed best player in the world.
Hands down.
Two-time MVP, two-time Defensive Player of the Year, NBA champion. And it's his birthday coming up, and this is how he's going to celebrate his birthday.
How?
I don't know if my lady have anything planned for me. I hope they have something planned for me. Maybe like a birthday cake, maybe like a birthday card, or maybe like a birthday watch, or maybe a jewelry. I would love that. I don't know if my family is watching right now. They should go get them.
What do you say?
I will not want to go to dinner because I have a game the next day. I want to be able to rest and get my treatment that I usually do and take my nap and play with my kids. Until once I put my kids to bed, you never know what can happen, you know? Might get a little bit freaky. It's my birthday.
The Greek freak, getting a little freaky.
He's one of my favorites. They asked him if he was going out to dinner. He goes, "No, I got a game tomorrow. I got to do my usual prep work routine."
That's the key.
That pretty much cuts out ever going out to dinner, right? Because they almost always have a game every other day.
He has a $250 million contract. The dude's like 24 years old.
No,
20.
he's 20. You think he's turning 28?
Okay. That's still unbelievable.
Yeah.
That you're able to kind of have the.
Well, when you're one of the best in the world at anything, you're going to have a pretty nice life.
Well, I meant just the work ethic to where it's like, I would go out and, let loose on my birthday.
Why don't you just ask for whatever you want for your birthday? I mean, you're paying for it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, the wife, honey, I bought you a Lamborghini. That is, that's so sweet. It was your money.
But she had to go shopping.
Did you use the joint account? Of course I did.
When you make the kind of money he makes.
But the accent and the personality.
Yeah. He's really, really great. He is a extremely humble, this is like the first time in some years that we've had an undisputed best player in the world. Like everyone agrees.
You think he's undisputed?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No one.
I'm a LeBron fan, but there's no.
It's not. It's Giannis.
But he re-signed with Milwaukee.
Yeah,
the dude could have gone anywhere, and you stay in Milwaukee. Although it's a great city, he built a brand new arena. But
is he the guy that had no money when he came here and he was staying with another family and they kind of helped raise him?
They call him the Greek freak.
Yeah. He is.
I think there's something special in him.
Yeah, his story is crazy cool.
Him and both of his brothers also play in the NBA. One is on his team. The other is kind of a journeyman. He's obviously the king of the family when it comes to basketball. But I just like his clips. I find him very humble and funny.
Mm-hmm. And it's like holding a Homer Simpson plush doll during this interview. Like he had it like.
What's up with that?
I don't know. Maybe just a big fan of the show.
Yeah, I don't know. You have a connection to Simpsons. I always forget that you have this connection.
Yeah, shout out to Richard, my sister's father-in-law.
That's incredible.
Producer, co-creator of the Simpsons.
He started it?
Co-creator. I mean, he's just with the three guys that originally started it.
He was one of the three.
He voices
Sam Simon.
Yeah, he used to voice Mo, I think, or a couple other characters as well.
That's Hank Azaria, isn't it? Mo is Hank
Well, it used to be. I think in the first couple of seasons he did some voices, and then Mo kind of took on a character of his own. Yeah, created that. Helped create that show, and boom.
I find that so fascinating.
It's crazy cool.
Such a piece. Like that's
Your sister married his son.
Yeah, and they spent Thanksgiving out in L.A., and, I mean, we FaceTimed, and the place looked spectacular. Looked beautiful out there.
Your sister's place?
Well, her brother, her father-in-law, yeah. Their place is really nice in Montana, but no, they were spending with the family there in L.A.
He's got a mansion in L.A., does he?
Yeah, Malibu.
Really?
Yep.
Isn't Jokic in the conversation? Also, we're heading down to Memphis next week to see the Grizzlies and Bucks. And super pumped. That's from B Money.
Hasn't Jokic been the MVP 2 years running?
2 years in a row, yeah. But Giannis was also 2 years in a row Defensive Player of the Year as well.
Is Steph Curry in the conversation?
Certainly.
Luka Doncic?
You know who we're not going to see in
Jason
Memphis?
Tatum.
I mean, that's...
Yeah, Tatum, definitely there.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's putting up MVP numbers. The Celtics are the best team in the league. He's averaging like 33 a game. What was that, Plazzi?
I said that it was really scary about Memphis and the Liberty Bowl and going there.
Well, funny you say that. We have some audio of you I drink with talking about the bowl game that wasn't against Kansas.
Okay. I'd like to hear it.
I realize that bowl selection process is different from conference to conference. And if you haven't been in a bowl game in, 12, 15 years, maybe that thing's changed for you. And so maybe the way that's done at other places is different. We submit preferences to the conference based on a lot of different factors. What's best for our university, what's best for our fan base, what's best for our student athletes, and we don't really factor anybody else in that.
Is that a shot at KU out of nowhere?
Yeah, it was, and like the I still don't understand the getting kids home by Christmas. I guess I just don't understand that.
When the whole goal of college football is to play beyond Christmas.
Yeah, you get a lot more eyes on your program with like that kind of bowl on that kind of day. It's after Thanksgiving. People are on break, you know. So everybody's home, gathering, finishing leftovers. And what I saw was the Liberty Bowl is like a $6 million payout, and the Gasparilla Bowl is like a $1.5 million payout.
Really? That's all it is?
So, like, so to say, you know, whether it be playing Kentucky, you're not going to make the $4.5 million up with that, and having kids home for Christmas is worth the $4.5 million hit. It's weird that would be.
That is weird.
Because Liberty Bowl is a big bowl. In terms of those smaller knit bowls, I think it's one of the bigger ones. In terms
Used
of
to be,
payouts,
because it's been around a while.
well, in terms of payouts, I mean, you know, you get the Gasparilla and the Mayo Bowl and all these other ones that are, you know, $1 million.
Jimmy Kimmel Bowl. He has his own bowl.
41 bowls, Doug. 1, 2, 3. Doug, question for you. Do you find any like emotional connection to a bowl? Like if the Tigers lose a bowl game, do you get down on it the same way you would if they lose to a conference opponent?
No.
Not even close to me either.
No.
Like that to me, like I watch it just because it's on, but I truly do not care if they win or lose. Just because that's like not even the team. Transfer portal, guys not playing because they're seniors or looking to go play in the NFL.
Now there's a guy in Ohio State, one of their best receivers, is not going to play in the playoff games because he's going to go to the NFL. How fair is that to your teammates?
Yeah, that I don't. That's crazy.
Oh, Harrison?
No,
It's
no,
not
the other
Harrison.
one. Harrison can't even leave yet at that. Smith and Jigba, he's not played a lot this year due to injury, but had obviously that ridiculous bowl game last year. We had like 390 yards receiving or whatever.
How do you look your teammates in the eye and say, I'm not going to be there for the playoffs because, you know, it's all about me?
You just look down at your shoes.
I mean, I get it.
Right.
But I don't know how you do it.
You could also tell your teammates, hey, when I'm worth 17, 18 million in my first contract, I'll help you out. And I'll be there for
Slide
you.
you some NIL.
The SEC splits all bowl revenue except for CFP money. It's from Chunk in the Chuck.
So I didn't even know if that even mattered. I'm just saying, like, the bowl payout, that kind of shows, I guess, the quasi-prestige of that bowl.
I'm surprised it's almost a $3 million difference in the two bowls because I didn't think even the crappy bowls are getting $2 million, I think.
But if you're splitting the payout,
if you're
and Arkansas takes their place in the Liberty Bowl, you're still going to get that
you still
share.
get a piece of it.
Yeah.
I don't think the University of Missouri is hurting for dollars.
Well, no, and
No
again,
universities are.
no way. But
I don't know how
Still
big
weird.
of a play that makes into it. I think what Drink is saying about before Christmas is if they had the preference, he would rather have a game prior to Christmas so the players and coaches can just enjoy the time off after. Of course, if they were good enough to play in a quote-unquote important bowl, they would do that. It's from B Money. I think it's a rational take.
Yeah. I mean, I've never heard that before, but the fact is who cares? The kids get to go home for Christmas and you're playing in a bowl. It's no big deal which one you're playing in unless it's like a New Year's Day bowl or something like that. You're not turning that down. But the Sarsaparilla Bowl compared to
Gasparilla.
It should be called
Liberty Bowl. I mean,
it should be called the Sarsaparilla
Bowl.
Yeah, I like that better.
I like that too.
I love that
we'll play in the one before
on Bailey
Christmas.
Sports.
Yeah, we'll
that's
play in the one
fantastic.
before Christmas. Who cares?
Well, I've already mentally moved on to basketball season, of course.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, and as Missouri takes on Kansas, they were showing. I was watching on Twitter. They had the clip of Marcus Denman the last time the Jayhawks came to Columbia in 2012. The energy in that building was so incredible.
Yeah.
I hope to all God that it's the same way.
Mizzou hoops used to be a big deal.
It could be again. It could be. Who knows? If Dennis Gates could make it a big deal again.
I saw on Twitter, and this is just what their schedule is. It's no big. I mean, it's not anything. This is not a shot at Missouri, but
It's one of the worst schedules.
they were doing like the net, and I don't know what the net, the NET or the net. It's like the new way they rank teams now in college
KenPom.
basketball. It's like the KenPom rankings.
KenPom is the best way to find out what the best teams.
I think Missouri is 349 or 342 in the country in terms of that judges,
Strength of
I guess,
schedule.
the strength of schedule
Out of
with
the
your
conference,
opponents.
yes.
And it's crazy to go from that to playing, a couple top 15, 20 team in that same week, right? Like,
Oh yeah,
on
they
the same
got
couple
Kansas,
weeks span.
Illinois, UCF, Kentucky, Arkansas.
Yeah.
I'm getting a napkin real quick.
Oh, you're good.
God bless.
That is a gauntlet, though.
Yeah.
And so, like, that is the real. I don't know if Kansas is a real barometer of what your team looks like. That's like a 2 seed going to the Elite Eight, Final Four style of team. So if you get rocked by 30, I don't know if that's like, no offense, like a big surprise.
It wouldn't be.
For what Missouri's been in years past.
But
I think the Illinois game is a good barometer, a good test. I think they're more evenly matched.
Neutral site as well. Yeah. Missouri basketball is currently 3rd in the country in adjusted tempo. Kansas is 68. So you know what that tells me, Doug? Speed them up.
Oh.
Make them press full court like they usually do. Get some steals. Create some chaos.
Well, it's easier to run against a team that can't keep up with you athletically.
Damn right. That's what the Tigers are going to have to do.
And they will all come down to this. If they shoot well from 3-point range, they'll probably win. If they don't, they'll lose.
That's right.
Almost every game the rest of the way will come down to that.
The most efficient shots in basketball statistically are 3-pointers and layups. And so if you have high percentage of those 2 shots, you're usually a better team. The guys who shoot mid-range jumpers are usually at the bottom.
Tonight is a big game. I know we're kind of Illinois. Just I want to give them equal.
Please.
Illinois has a crucial matchup against number 2 Texas tonight, 6 p.m. If you want to talk about really good, fun basketball to watch, both teams
I can't wait to watch this
ridiculous. I'll watch every second of it. Illinois is super fun to watch, super young. Texas is
sick.
Sick. It's hard to say that.
They beat Gonzaga handily.
Yeah.
Chris Beard, his teams are so damn good defensively. This is by far Illinois' big. I mean, Illinois had to play UCLA already.
Virginia, Maryland was a tough one on the road. So yeah, I'm excited about that little matchup there.
As you should. So it's in Austin, right?
Correct.
Oh boy, that's going to be. I mean, if Illinois can come out with a win here,
resume building early
10.
in December. Yep.
They're currently 17th, playing the number 2 Texas Longhorns tonight. That's going to be a great game.
I love college basketball. I'm back again on it. It used to be a ton of fouls and like 50-point games, and that really annoyed the hell out. I don't know what
There's
switched.
Still a lot of fouls.
There's still a lot of fouls. I get that, but
especially in the Big Ten, dude. They call the Big Ten fouls close.
But I hate when games end. They're like 53-45. Like there was a stretch there for a season where that's all I saw, and it was miserable.
The Illinois-Texas game is not in Austin. It's in New York.
Okay.
It's part of the Jimmy V Classic.
Yeah, you're right.
They play classics this late. I get that holiday
like conference
tournaments
stuff.
too. Yeah.
Out of conference, they love filling up the neutral site games where they can get a ton of big. That's the thing. Like if you're Gonzaga or Kentucky or Duke, you have to play like the most brutal schedule in the first couple weeks of the season because for TV ratings.
You're going East Coast or West Coast or maybe another country, depending. It's
you can play outside on a ship carrier like Gonzaga and Michigan
fun.
State
Yeah,
did.
think of
it's awesome.
Great games they get to play on network television. I'm sure they love it.
Tournament. Did they play in the Coaches versus Cancer?
They were in the one in Atlantic City, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a team.
They were at home last weekend against SIU.
I want them to be good so bad.
And then tonight they're taking on Rick Pitino and the Iona Gales.
Yeah.
That'll be a fun matchup.
That's a good little matchup. Get out of the A10. It really helps Lou, I think. But
Billikens, Illini, and the Blues are all playing in the New York area tonight.
Wow.
Yeah. How do you like that, Doug?
And I saw a recovering alcoholic was in Madison Square Garden last night.
Oh, was he?
If I'm not mistaken. So he's going to have himself a little pony because if he's in New York, he's got to go to that Texas-Illinois game. If I know him, he's a huge
Illinois versus Texas at Madison Square Garden, 6 o'clock, prime time.
Let's go.
That's going to be awesome.
I have nothing to do tonight outside of that.
I'd rather go see the Blues play the Islanders.
I've seen the Blues. I'm good.
Oh.
I don't know. Well, I guess it's just personal preference.
Yeah, I'm on season 6 of Wentworth.
Ooh, have you finished The Crown?
No, I just started the new season.
Ooh, okay. All right. I haven't finished yet either. Sorry, that's kind of like a P&G preview. We were kind of hashing out some things.
Some people are calling today's show an extended pepperoncini.
Yeah, it's going to be an entire season of Princess Diana.
Yeah, I kind of saw that. Sorry, guys. The Crown on Netflix, fantastic. Season 5 just launched.
I started watching it, a couple of years ago, I think, and got through the first couple seasons, and then just kind of lost interest.
Well, it's a new queen. They do every 2 years. They change the cast. So this is a new queen
and a new Prince Charles.
And I think it's that old lady who's in. Downton Abbey.
Rhea Perlman.
And a Harry Potter, man. I hate her from Harry Potter. That's why, like, I always get a bad vibe from her in this show because she was terrible in Harry Potter.
Who are you talking about?
You know the
Emma Watson?
No, the old lady that was the head housemaster with the pink coat and made all those rules. Yeah, she is the new queen.
B. Arthur.
It's B. Arthur.
Yeah, I don't know why you change them. I mean, you just do a little makeup. I mean, the first one was the best.
Yes.
Did Emma Watson? Who was the first one?
No, the first one with that young queen. I don't know who it was.
Yeah.
I don't watch The Crown, so I'm not your.
She won
Jackson,
the
you're
Emmy. She
missing
won the
it,
Emmy
man.
for Best Actress.
Yeah, she was phenomenal.
Yeah, but as they get older, then they change. But they change characters every 2 years for some reason.
How do the taxpayers pay for a new yacht? A new royal yacht.
Yeah, wouldn't you think
they're
they get fed up
What
with that?
the
They're not
hell?
very high on the
For this
royal
Who signs
thing.
up for that?
Pretend king and queen.
Yeah, they're not too high on the royal family over there. It's
insane.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
Dear Deidre, a stranger
Nice.
emailed me exposing my husband's wedgie fetish. I thought it was a joke, but
That's
I've
a
learned
joke,
this person
right?
is his mistress, and he's her sub.
Oh.
I can't get my head around it. Apparently, he met her for a few sessions while he was away working. I am 41, and my husband is 43. We've been married for 12 years and have a 6-year-old daughter. My husband's finance job takes him all over Europe and the UK, so we often spend times apart. This mistress explained my husband asked her to indulge his wedgie fetish and paid her to hang him up by his pants and engage in various wedgie acts. I was horrified. I couldn't believe I was reading this about him. He has never given me any clue that this activity is something he likes, let alone regularly engages in. I don't even know if he's having sex with this woman. Apparently, the reason why she emailed me was because he wanted her to do it as a punishment. This is poorly written. She also attached a photo of him in a wedgie predicament. My husband is away until the beginning of next week, but I know I'll have to confront him. I feel like I'm in need of independent to be there when I talk to him. Please, could you recommend any counselors who could help me before he returns? Do you think a counselor might be able to accompany me? I am reeling from this revelation. My mind is all over the place. Luckily, Deidre has an answer to the situation. This news comes out of the blue and is completely understandable why you feel bewildered. Many people with secret fetishes feel ashamed by them, so this is why he has kept this from you. A wedgie fetish is for some about pain and humiliation and is often used to create role plays where there is a bully/bullied dynamic. It may have its roots in his childhood, and he may not understand it himself. It can be difficult to deal with a partner's sexual fetish, so I recommend you both see a sexual and relationship therapist who will help you understand your husband's fetish.
Comes Tavistock.
Please contact COSRT, CORST. You can put you in touch with a reputable therapist.
New sponsor.
If you're otherwise have a happy marriage and a good sex life, this is something you can overcome together. My support pack on fetishes explains more. There you go.
It's so stupid.
You're not a fan?
I just don't believe a wedgie fetish is real, right? Like that
I'm with you, Clausy.
Seems almost too ridiculous.
Iggy showed it off in Jamaica.
Well, it wasn't a wedgie. I just kind of pulled the.
You gave yourself a
I pulled the
wedgie.
Speedo up there, but I wasn't doing it for pain. I was just trying to show my ass.
But that's the fetish, right? You thought people would want to
Well,
see
this
it.
dear Deidre knew everything about the wedgie fetish. I think it's fake. And how did this wedgie chick get his wife's email address?
That is a fantastic question.
Yeah. She emailed me. Was that part of it? Wedgie me. Mrs. Johnson at gmail.uk.com.
Yeah, you think
email her.
That's his safe word as he shouts out his wife's email?
Yeah. That's your safe word, my wife's email address.
I guess it's just a sub thing. Like it's another Dom sub thing, kind of like being, weed on or...
Just put a thong on.
Yeah, I think I'm with the thong thing.
But if that's your fetish, you want the wedgie, you want the full wedgie, then God bless.
God, that's I guarantee. I'm with Plausi. That is not a fetish.
It can't.
If you want to be dominated, fine. That's a fetish to be dominated. But a wedgie is not a fetish. That's part of being dominated. So pain is your fetish, but it's not a wedgie fetish.
Well, luckily they're going to go to a sexual counselor to figure out what the problem is.
Well, the crust.
What are you going to do? Walk in there and say, "Yeah, doc, I like getting things pulled up my ass."
Oh,
all right, let's talk.
Oh, I
That's
forgot.
a difficult conversation to have. For
Hey, I forgot. We do have an unboxing. There is a package. Did you grab that? Anybody grab that from Jody? Jody emailed me yesterday afternoon saying there was a package. I'm going to go check that out because I think there was somebody who DM'd me and saying they wanted Iggy to unbox it on air. Can we do that?
Sure.
Do you have time to do that?
Yeah.
doing that at my house.
Oh, do you?
The 12
this-
days of Christmas, but
This one is just sent per. I don't know if this is a 12 days of Christmas. We can get it and see how big it is. I just
whatever you
want
want to do.
You want to open it live on Pepper and
I've
Jimmy?
only gotten 2 things sent to me so far, so it's going to be a quick 12 days of Christmas.
You've only had 2 things sent to you?
Yeah.
Have you opened them yet?
No, I think I put on the fan page a couple weeks ago that I would start it leading up to Christmas. So 12 days, I think I started it on the 8th, and the final day would have been the 23rd, I think, if I do one a day. But I could just wait till the 23rd and just open them all at once. I mean, if I only open one a day, that's kind of a boring unboxing.
Yeah, you can't do. Like,
You know.
What if it's just like like a something stupid or something? Like you got.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Okay, see you tomorrow.
Yeah, you got to get the full.
I think I'll change it, and I'll wait till the 23rd will be the unboxing day. And whatever I get, I'll open everything on the 23rd.
Well, there you go.
I'll change that. I'll put
Plowsy has it. All right, we're gonna do an unboxing.
It says it's for me.
Oh, okay. Then you gotta unbox it.
Can you open
it now?
Yes,
I
please.
guess I can.
It'd
Be
be a real
careful. There might
treat
be
for all
like
of
a
us.
fleshlight or exploding penises like I got.
It feels like a T-shirt, which I'm
What a
happy
shirt.
with. I don't want any butt plugs on my mantle. I already put up all the Christmas decorations. I don't have any room.
I'm curious to see what this is.
Who sent it to you?
I don't know. Some guy who looked familiar in terms of name on the fan page, but not.
Is there a name on the return address?
It's an apparel store, it looks like.
Oh.
Or it's sent from the apparel store in
ordered
South
it
Carolina. So I
Now, a
don't
lot
think
of times there'll be a card in there that'll say who sent it to you.
I'm going to look.
Look,
There is. Okay, there is.
There's a card.
Read it,
But
baby.
it's also, I think, just a shipping. Yeah, just a shipping label. It's a hoodie. I think this is for me. Sorry, Higgs. I thought this was the one
No,
that they
don't
were sending
apologize to
us.
me.
Oh, it was sent. I didn't get an email about it. So
What
I
kind of
assumed it was
hoodie?
Oh, look. So I see the. I see.
I see white and gold. Makes me think it's one thing.
You know what it is.
What is it?
I think.
Go Tigers.
I think
What
it
is it?
is.
Oh, it's
And
a
this-
Mizzou hoodie.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
gotta
it
be,
sure
right?
is.
Oh, it's one of those kind of like flimsy ones too that I
Yeah,
like.
this is like a good fishing hoodie.
Oh, this is nice. This is nice. What a gift. What does it say? I can't
Bowl
see.
bound. It says
Bowl
Mizzou.
bound.
Oh, shit. I didn't see that.
2022 Missouri Tigers football bowl bound.
That's good.
You gotta get Drinkowitz to sign that.
Put it on right now.
Yeah.
Toss it on.
Put it on.
Yeah, take
Put
your-
it on.
Take your other one off.
Put it.
Yeah, it looks like it might be a little. I might have to shrink it a little bit.
A little striptease coming on.
It might fit right over what you're wearing.
I don't want 2 hoodies on.
The 8th through the 23rd is more than 12 days, moron. That's from old Appleton stepped in.
Well, I'm not counting weekends. I'm not opening.
Business days only.
I'm not opening things on Saturday and Sunday.
No. Too much leisure activity going on.
I do have a
Look
life,
at that thing. Here, let me take
Oh.
a picture of you in this. This is outstanding.
Bowl bound.
Bowl bound.
I do like that kind of hoodie where it's kind of a really thin material, kind
Yeah.
of
It's like
wispy.
a sun shirt, kind of
Yeah.
feel that feel.
Yeah.
Let's see how it looks.
You like it a lot, don't
It
you?
looks
Looks
pretty
good on you.
actually.
Yeah,
That
it
looks good
does.
in the
Oh,
good
Yeah,
gosh, yeah.
it's a little long.
Put that hood on. See what
It's
that
a
looks like.
well, that's what I'm saying. It could use a little bit of.
It could be a crop top.
But I think the
Oh, I
material.
like that.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, I think the material I'd be able to shrink this.
If you wore like a sweater or something underneath it, it'd probably fit you perfectly.
Yeah. Well, thank you. This
Yeah,
is really cool.
thank you to that gentleman. You're wearing your Illinois TMA hat in the Missouri Tiger bowl bound.
It shows just how proud you are that they're going to a bowl.
They're really my team.
So you're gonna wear that when you're in Tampa?
I'll wear this.
That looks like a Jamaica outfit to me.
Yeah, this is gonna be
Bowl
right when they
bound.
when they upset Wake.
You could probably make the 2023 bowl bound shirt right now too.
Right,
You
if you're
gotta
buying
figure they'll get 6.
I don't know, isn't it
5
a
or
hard
6.
schedule? Oh no, it's an easy schedule next year. That's what it was.
Right. It's
I
up on the,
appreciate
you can see the picture of Plowsy wearing the bowl bound shirt on the TMA Instagram. I just threw it up
In
there.
fact, most schools that have a football team could go ahead and do their bowl bound for next year.
85 of them, right?
Get those ready. Doug, would you mind putting that bowl bound sweatshirt on with just your underoos on down below and coming out to the parking lot so I can give you a wedgie?
No,
From
what
little
was it?
Tommy Tribbins.
No, sorry, Tribbins.
He's out in the parking lot.
Nope.
KJ
really-
Notown's already requesting the picture of our boy in that hoodie.
This is really nice. I appreciate.
He's celebrating with a crumb cake.
Yeah, what do you got? What do you got for a treat?
I got a crumb cake. Well, I'm gonna div in
With
the
all this pizza here, you gonna eat crumb cake?
Dog, the pizza pizza gonna be fine.
Oh,
You still have time to email in for the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. Today's prize, bobblehead pack. This pack features 5 weekend games, including the Yankees series, and allows fans to add 5 more bobbleheads to their collection, including Nolan Arenado, Roger Maris, and more. Send your emails in right now, the morning after at InsideSTL.com. We're going to be reading those here in, Doug, less than about 5 minutes.
And let's see. I mean, JV golf coach and Buck Swope are the only two winners this month. Can someone else claim this sick prize? We have some big heater. Some legends are in the email of the day filtered file already. So anticipate a great email of the day coming up.
Let me tell you something about email of the day and email of the year.
What?
Because we have short memories. We have short attention spans.
Recency bias.
Yeah. So obviously we're all thinking Kevin Miller, what a great year he's had 'cause he's had a couple of months. But now you don't even have a win this month. You're kind of falling off the map. Going into Thursday, these next 2 days, if we don't have a Kevin Miller win, the only thing we're going to think of going into Thursday when we make our decisions on who's going to be at it is Miller hasn't won nothing this month.
Miller hasn't won nothing, Doug.
He won nothing this month. So you better step it up the next couple of days.
Well, he keeps sending stuff in, so.
But he's not winning. That's going to be stuck in my mind. When are we voting?
Don't count
on this
him out.
anyway, that way?
What's up?
When are we voting on this?
Tomorrow.
Okay.
You know who's always a winner? Stratum Structural Systems. The fine folks over at Stratum Structural Systems. Plaza, can I hear a little bit about Stratum?
Stratum Structural Systems, the great Matt Ford, the great Brett Groman, Stratum Structural Systems, dealing with water damage, foundation peering issues. Make sure you are now dealing with Stratum Structural Systems. 2 IUs, we had a water issue in those storms in early August and immediately got on the phone with Matt Ford and Brett Groman, and they immediately took care of it. They're the best. Word of mouth in St. Louis going around that Stratum is the company you do business with. 314-620-8153. 314-620-8153. And when you work with them, let them know you're a TMA listener and you get $100 off your repair project online at stratumrepair.com. They're local. Think Stratum.
That's Stratum Structural Systems. And batch and bottle cocktails. Plaza, can you hear a little about batch and bottle?
Yeah, I think this one's seamless, Doug.
I would like to tell you about Batch and Bottle. You know, Doug, making a delicious drink should be as easy and simple as pouring a glass of wine. Now it is, thanks to Batch and Bottle's new ready-to-serve cocktails, all containing super premium spirits like the Hendricks Gin Martini, Glenfiddich Single Malt Manhattan, Reka Rhubarb Cosmo, and Monkey Shoulder Lazy Old Fashioned. Don't spend your next party in the kitchen shaking and stirring while your guests have a good time without you like a cock. Treat them and treat yourself to Batch and Bottle's premium ready-to-serve cocktails. Batch and Bottle premium pre-batch cocktails imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc., New York, New York. That is Batch and Bottle.
Batch and Bottle.
Batch and
My goodness. I need a seatbelt to stay on the stool.
And the perfect holiday gift is Sound Story. You can give the gift of Sound Story. Go to mysoundstory.com. You can pick me, Tim, Doug, Lern, John Hewlett, Courtney Landrum, Randy Carricker, the guys from the Riz Show, Patrico, Moon, or Riz. And they can interview your parents, your grandparents. They can interview yourself over at Sound Story. Promo code is GIFT. It's the perfect holiday gift. Doug, you did one yesterday.
I did,
and Tim did one yesterday, and they were outstanding. So
I've
get
done
them
it
in.
from people ranging in age from, I guess, 63 or 4 to 90-something.
Yeah, and just it's truly an awesome experience, and it's an incredible gift to give Christmas morning or any time, really. So head to mysoundstory.com. This is the Maggie O'Brien's 9 o'clock hour. Catch the game in the pint at one of the 2 locations in Sunset Hills and downtown. We need a Sarsaparilla Bowl T-shirt. That's from Hunchback of Von Castle.
I love how it instantly makes the bowl more credible. So people know what root beer is.
Right. Is root beer as bad for you as Coke and Pepsi and all that?
Yeah,
kind of
I'd have
stuff?
to assume.
Same stuff.
It doesn't
just a
have
different
carbonation,
flavor.
right?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, it does.
Or it doesn't have caffeine.
It doesn't have caffeine.
It doesn't
That's
have
what it is,
caffeine,
yeah.
sure, but it's still loaded with sugar. Right?
Yeah.
It's not
Somehow
great,
you
but-
feel a little bit better about drinking a root beer than a Coke.
I
or
love
Pepsi.
if I'd say my favorite soda would be root beer.
Really?
Yeah, I love root beer. You know what? English people don't like people not from America don't really. They think root beer is bad. They think it tastes like toothpaste.
Oh.
I've never really gotten that taste.
No, I used to like it. I don't
Well, it
drink any
depends
soda
on
anymore.
depends on if you're a Barks guy, a Bugs guy,
What
an
about
A&W
How about
guy,
Fitz's root beer?
Fitz's
This
guy.
is outstanding. What
Well,
about the
Fitz-
root beer they make over at Carl's? The burger
IBC.
place. Yeah.
IBC.
Like the original
thank you,
IBC
thank you,
recipe,
thank
isn't it?
you.
You still get the frosted mug with that?
Of course you do, Doug. Carl's is the best, and now it's going to be located by a dirt track or whatever.
You're down on this development.
I don't want it to happen. I love me some OG Carl's, and that's that. I'm stubborn.
Well, but the Carl's that we know in Brentwood isn't near big enough to service the entire St. Louis area, so maybe they
That's
should
what I like
share it
about
with
it.
other population sectors.
I don't want to be around a bunch of people.
Oh.
I haven't been to Carl's in forever.
I haven't either.
Pre-pandemic, at least.
Probably a couple months ago.
Do you like ate there and did the whole thing?
Mm-hmm.
Paper
I
plate and all?
always
Yeah, you gotta
eat
eat
there.
it.
Yeah, 'cause
Always
it's
eat
almost
there.
always somebody I know sitting with a stool.
You talk it over.
Yeah,
About the
well,
golden
they know
days.
who I am. I just have to.
Of course. You can't go to any restaurant without being bothered, I'm sure.
I had it bad there when we were on Kirkwood Road, because it's kind of. I mean, it's
Oh,
still
yeah.
about a mile and a half, but it's still on that one road.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
go
So
and
you feel better about just going there because you don't have to make any turns.
I'm not hitting the interstate.
Yeah.
It is just it's can't get over it, and now you can ride dirt bikes and play putt and
Where is this new Carl's
wear
going?
denim.
It's somewhere in St. Charles County.
It could be so much denim. God, it could be so much denim.
Why do you not like a good go-kart track?
And what's the
Kids
problem
love
with denim?
go-kart track.
I love swing
You're
around
wearing
Fun
jeans
Town
right now.
But don't put a Tony's Steakhouse in a swing around Fun Town and call it.
Well, it's not exactly a steakhouse. It's burgers and fries.
That is true, but I look at Carl's as like fine dining for me because it is so authentic.
Come to Morton Steakhouse, get the best steak in St. Louis, and then try your hand at skee ball.
I think it would be fun to have just a 5-star Michelin-style restaurant just surrounded by like an amusement park. They throw it in like a Six Flags.
Well, they do have that strip club down in the Jupiter area that's a really nice restaurant with strippers.
Yeah.
Is this?
Rachel's? Is it Rachel's?
Rachel's. Yeah.
Oh, we see like the caravans.
Yeah. Where people are eating these, $70 steaks.
Great
and there's
steaks, yeah.
19-year-old naked girls dancing on the stage.
How's that $80 KC strip? I don't know. A basketball just flew into it. Who's playing Papa Shot over there?
You see those vans in Florida as if it's like a nursing home picking them up to like go to church. Like there are some they're everywhere. Billboards to the eye can see of Rachel's.
St. Charles is the goiter of St. Louis, right, Doug?
I don't think so.
Mitch,
No.
are you getting turned on by this?
No, I think St. Charles is making a big play to be the area in town.
Eating a $100 steak and it smells like watermelon perfume.
Ugh. Well, with that, let's get right into Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. Big prize today, so a lot of heavy hitters in here. Kevin Miller just sent
What's
in
the
his.
prize again? It's almost too good to be true.
Oh, Doug, it's the bobblehead pack. 5 games. This pack features 5 weekend games, including the Yankees Saturday, and allows fans to add 5 more bobbleheads to their collection. You got Nolan Arenado, Roger Maris, and more. That's the prize for today's Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. All right, leading this off. What's it going to be like on Saturday around 6 p.m. when Dennis Gates is running around the court looking for someone to hug after we take down the rival Jayhawks in dramatic fashion? Bring your own hacksaw, baby, because we are going to tear down the baskets and carry them to Harpo's. From there, the Tigers will take down everybody. They'll beat Calipari, Izzo, D'Antoni, Massimino, Corleone, Gambino, Tattaglia, Barzini, and Bertarelli on their way to the tournament in March. Unfortunately, they have to forfeit any game after March 16th because Coach wants to get the kids home with their families before St. Patrick's Day. It'll be awesome, baby. That's from Steve in One Cardinal Way.
Oh, Steve in One Cardinal Way.
Hey guys, sorry I had to check out for a meeting. Can I get a quick recap of the sweater story? Last thing I heard was Iggy describing his conversation with his answering machine. Thanks in advance. Doug, can I wear your butt as a turban?
Hey!
XOXO, that's from Big Old Fan.
I'm just a big old fan.
That's the best you can do for a bobblehead package.
I just read what's in the prompt.
Yeah, that's all he's doing.
I had to PLTD yesterday's show. Iggy doesn't want to take Lisa Ann to his goddaughter's wedding for he doesn't want to take the attention away from the bride. What a great gesture. I would find that understandable if not just a few months ago when Iggy told the story of when he grabbed the mic at a reception when no one, and I mean no one, asked him to. Greeted the bride and groom with well wishes of it not lasting even before the ink is dry on the marriage certificate. Nice try, Boots. It's from Backdoor Buffet.
Oh.
Oh, it was my family wedding, so I could talk to my niece.
Backdoor Buffet.
With Tim gone, I think we all knew the show would be lacking. But kudos to Jackson. He was on fire running point. Only thing he forgot to do was mute Plowsy's mic. Elvis is overrated. Smoke another doobie, farmhand.
Oh.
Elvis had no less than 149 songs to appear on Billboard's Hot 100 pop chart in America. 114 in the top 40, 40 in the top 10, and 18 went to number 1. His number 1 singles spent a total of 80 weeks at number 1. Anne Margaret, Rada Moreno, Sybil Shepherd. Yeah, he spelled it terribly.
He banged them all.
Sybil Shepherd, Peggy Limpton, Connie Stevens, Tuesday Well, The Man Bedded Them All. You ever catch Flaming Star? If you don't get an erection seeing him shirtless with the war paint, you ain't human. Oh wait, it's 9:39. It's time for Iggy to cry for help / attention. Problem being, now I've mentioned
Frog-faced. He will defend himself, interrupting Jackson reading emails. Get out of here with that senile noise, Grandpa.
No.
I got you that year's supply of Drano for St. Francis County cuck visitors. What the heck else do you want? This is from Seymour, and the last name, well, the middle name is Brown, and the last name is just one letter. It's I.
Seymour Brownie. I believe that's how it's pronounced.
Good morning.
The heck of an email, though.
Yeah, not bad. Good morning. Shortly after I got done shoveling my gullet with a ribeye and a short stack of hotcakes at Uncle Bill's, I felt a rumbling. A rumbling that shook me to my core. I knew I couldn't hold it. I bursted into the Quick Trip depository, prepared to unload. Abruptly, I stopped by a hairy father of 3. He's on a road trip with his wife and kids still in the car. He wanted my package. I began to max out from both of my holes. Yeah, I don't think I can read the rest of this.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't if I was you.
P.S. Jackson, pineapple absolutely belongs on pizza. A+ take. Great show today, guys. Mr. Fong, owner of the dildo shop.
Mr. Fong. Mr. Fong.
Thank you for your application for the hottest new show in the country. Words are hard. Hosting will be St. Louis radio producer Ken Iggy Strode. His resume includes hosting Straight to the Web, Pepper and Genie, and producing TMA STL on HD2. He also brought Kegler's Corner back, and it was a talk of the town.
Ugh. I don't produce this show.
The show will feature such words as Chester Drawers, Laptop, Bruce Nevich, Windmills, Warsh, Jabab, Woof, Artograph, Insequential, Espresso, Manatees, and Fictional. If you could pronounce words similar to these, send your applications to HitoSexDaddy at hotmail.com. Thanks, and hope to see you soon. That's from Fuelsy.
Oh, Fuelsy.
Do you have any good ones?
Sure, here's one. There's nothing more Hoosier than getting super defensive while also being accused of being a Hoosier. It's not all about dress or where you live. A Hoosier wearing a nice suit of clothes is still a Hoosier. There's a song called Loudiser by Jesse Irwin. Laudacer? I'm sorry, I'm bad at it.
I don't know that song.
About a Hoosier who lives in Ladue. You can find it on YouTube. Here are some of the traits you're looking for when identifying a Hoosier.
All right.
A Hoosier shops at Kohl's or other discount stores, then humble brags about the brand names acquired there. A Hoosier chain smokes in the airport restroom. A Hoosier hoards porno magazines. A Hoosier cleans up loose strings on his shoe with fire. A Hoosier bangs married women in a public park treehouse. A Hoosier wears a trash bag with the name brand on it and calls it a jacket. When you attend a wedding reception, if you can't spot the Hoosier table in the first half hour, then you are at the Hoosier table. It's from Buck Swope.
Not a bad little email by Swope. Buck Swope. He wasn't talking about anybody specifically.
I don't think so.
It was just general terms.
You guys remember when David Backus was about to play in the Olympics for Team USA and he started fighting several Canadian NHL players? It was called the Fists Across Canada Tour. And Backus let the other competitors know that he wasn't scared. Well, that's what I've been doing with the other nominees for Email of the Year. I started with the fraud from Arnold, Kevin Miller, who was on the fan page trying to bribe Chef Strode with porno DVDs and rides on a lame boat. Everyone knows he has a ghostwriter because after a lackluster email career, all of a sudden he's the second coming of Carlos Spicy Wiener. Seems fishy to me, so I sent him a message to let him know I'm not scared. What was the message, you ask? Well, I released my chocolate soft serve on the hood of his car.
Oh.
Except it wasn't actually chocolate at all. It was feces. And it came right out of my butt. I haven't made my way to Tennessee or Michigan to visit Ellen Foley or Tunnels 12,000's residence yet, but should they be on the lookout for a slender fellow with baby wipes and a scowl because I learned a valuable lesson after my visit to Kevin Miller's house.
What?
The lesson is make sure you bring teepee when you take an intimidation dump on another man's vehicle because that was a long ride home with leftover mud in my crack.
Oh!
Lesson learned the hard way. It's from the JV golf coach. P.S. Just kidding. I admire all the competitors. I'm happy for each nominee. I do want to win, though. So as an added incentive, any member of the dais that votes for me can have 10 free minutes in the Harpo's restroom with me. Anything goes, including my chocolate faucet. JV golf coach.
JV golf coach with a vile email. He'll not get my vote today.
Dana Rash got pounded out by me under a pool table. I also once teased Connie Lassiter for a year before an Ashen makeout session. Sherry Steiniger? No, Shelly Steiniger. Well, one's the sister, one I banged. Shelly, Sherry, let's just call the whole thing off. I know the audience, nor any of the rest of you who do typically do any work task for me in the studio can even want to keep up with this word garble from the golden years of Brentwood when banging in high school was taboo, and I just got to let out a little humble brag about being one of the trailblazers to do it on the road to 500.
Anyway, onto some more of my psychotic habits and self-therapy on-air session. Even though multiple times I claim I do not smoke inside, when it's cold, I annex 5 square feet of the 400 allotted to me by FEMA to make short of an opium den of Salem smoke in the vomit depository, while also keeping the entire masturbation outpost to an inexplicable 78 degrees. And enough about Newt Bar. I've got 20-minute time killer about ordering and attempting to return cheap sweaters to Amazon, because really subconsciously I'm hoping returning $20 to Bezos when I could just check my own damn mailbox makes up time for the time I ransacked the Korean's apartment. Finally, back off about my NSYNC jacket. This is a high-quality item right there, Clark. I mean, in 2022, what screams high class more than dressing like I'm trying to bang Britney Spears in 1999 before she lost her mind, and openly bragging about the comforter from Kohl's, which coincidentally also got a lot of free advertising after the fact at the hot dogs joint venture when I'd put out some old T-shirts and Hito bumper stickers and the shopping bags and call it a prize pack. Jesus, Ken. Oh, and Jackson, where do you get off telling us to use proper grammar and spacing? Tim ain't home, so you're babysitting today, and all the live reads are cut off awkwardly, which I'm sure the sponsors appreciate. And then your poor wrestling reporter who has Family Feud on in the background can't buy a clip for his segment to save his life. But yet you can pull a broken English Greek freak clip out of your ass like it's nothing. God have mercy on all of your souls. It's from Los Ween.
Carlos Spicy Wiener.
And finally, last email of the day. Morning, guys. I was on vacation last week, so I didn't listen to the show, and I'm unaware of any of the storylines or underpinning jokes happening. But I did read each and every comment on every post on the fan page. Super busy week, but in between my morning masturbation appointment and mid-morning nap, I'd audit the fan page for 16 hours. Even though I'm pretending not to know the show's storylines, I like to clear things up before I don't go to the wedding that doesn't exist for the daughter of my aunt, who I hooked up with 30 years ago, and I haven't seen in 10 years based on this very specific lie I'm telling. 1, I'm allowed to go to Jamaica even though I'm skipped out on $4,000 credit card bill and pretend to revolutionize the salad maker industry. 2, I was kicked off the Hito fan page, the fan page for the place where I've built my entire identity around. 3, I may or may not have my passport paperwork already in the works. Why, might you ask? Well, even though I don't have any vacation and state I hate traveling, apparently I'm going on a pretend vacation to Italy to spend time at longtime sponsor Craig Bicklebender's villa. And lastly, I've always had a hard, fast rule that I don't share rooms with anyone. Period. End of story. I don't care if it's co-worker or an absolute gorgeous legend like Lisa Ann. Unless, of course, it's a married listener's wife, an ad bot, malware bot, or a fat Hito with delicate little horseshoe haircut and an inviting mouth. Thanks. That's from Melanie Crumpfist, traveler of places I'll never travel to.
Melanie Crumpfist.
And that's what we got for Design Air Heating and Cooling email today. Doug, what do you got?
Well, there were some good ones. I thought Simone Brownai was a pretty good one. Buck Swope delivered a nice email. And right there at the end, Melanie Crumpfist was good. But I thought Carlos Spicy Wiener made us look into the mirror and think hard about what we're doing and what kind of show we're putting on. I'm going to vote for Carlos Spicy Wiener.
And look, buddy, if I go to Italy, it's going to be more than 3 days. Trust me. You're not getting the gist of what I'm talking about.
So people can't trust you on that?
No, he said.
Oh, they can't.
A guy that says he doesn't like to travel, he will go to Italy. No, I said, I don't want to travel to Jamaica for 2 days.
Oh.
If I go to Italy, it'll probably be 10 days to 2 weeks. Yeah, he probably should have won yesterday. It was the second best email yesterday, but today is the first best. Carlos Spicy Wiener.
Carlos Spicy Wiener has won the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today, and that means he's won the bobblehead 5-pack for the Cardinals. So Carlos Spicy will be reaching out to you later today to get you those tickets. It won't be like the floor of the game where you're going to get them late. We'll get you your tickets. So congratulations to Carlos Spicy Wiener.
That's a nice prize.
Oh, yeah. First win of the month for Carlos Spicy Wiener.
How the hell he got snubbed for email of the year is beyond me.
Once again, we all voted for the nominees.
I put in his name as, I think, but I guess it didn't get enough votes for him to be one of the 4.
Nope. He'd probably rather have this prize package than win Emailer of the Year.
Probably, yeah. Come on out. That's December 8th at Harpo's in Chesterfield, presented by Munganass. And Thursday. December 8th at Harpo's in Chesterfield, 7 p.m. Bring a new unwrapped toy for the end of the year listener award show. That's presented by Munganass, sponsorship of Engineer Design Facilities and Evergreen Wealth Strategies, Mark Hanna. So come on out. It's going to be a great time. Lisa Ann will be there. We'll all be there. It's going to be awesome. So That is coming up on Thursday, December 8th. The show will be off Friday, December 9th. That's going to close out the Maggie O'Brien's 9 o'clock hour. For Ken Iggy Strode, for Douglas Elvin Vaughn, for the Plowhawk, for Tim, who is out today. I'm Action Jackson. This has been the Ryan Kelly Morning After, live from the Michelob Ultra Studios.
Yo.